we're back to Phoenix Point with Terror from the Void. For real this time. We had a false start before with the cat suddenly entering the moment I started. So, man, we got some things here. So, I did just a little bit of off-stream play because I kind of felt like I was in a corner with Phoenix Point. And I had a little bit of a revelation while I was just taking care of behemoth stuff. No actual missions, literally just the aerial flyers and the behemoth. And spoiler, I didn't really do too great. I think I shot down one more small flyer and that was it. But I made some attempts on the bigger ones and I learned some things. I'm learning. I'm very sure that some people that have watched either silently judging me on the stream or on the archive later, I'm sure that some people have been shaking their head at how I've been using the auto battle for the flyers, and I am realizing that the auto battler is fine for the small flyers, but for the larger flyers, I think you really do need to manually take control, because when you manually take control, you get a couple more options. Like you can actually disengage. I was wondering why I could not disengage, and it was because the auto fight was on. And the same goes for targeting individual parts. Now the game is not very intuitive about how exactly you target individual parts, but you can do it. But you have to be on manual, not auto. And you might say, well, that makes sense. So a lot of games that I've played, if they have some sort of auto function, generally you can still input manual commands and it overrides the auto while the manual command is going off. That's how a lot of games work. So I was very confused when things like the disengage button were completely grayed out, and that just made me think, oh, I guess for one reason or another I can't disengage, right? And targeting parts is a little tricky, actually. You have to hit the hotkey for the weapon, and then you have to click the part of the flyer you want to target. The game isn't really clear about that, so yeah. But I did. Hey, I'm learning, and here's the great thing. So you want to know the great thing is, while I did learn some things, and I do see how in the future I could use multiple I could use multiple planes to kind of gang up on a larger flyer and chip away at its weapons and then take it down. I see how I could do that now. But at the same time, in the moment, it didn't help me at all. So like in my offline play of trying to deal with the flyers, it literally did not help any, not one single bit. Even when I was manually piloting and manually targeting the weapon systems of the enemies, time was the issue. So like getting my planes to the flyer while it was attacking a haven was damn near impossible. So I could maybe engage, shoot some systems down, and then disengage and try to re-engage or send another plane in. But the flyer would leave before I could actually before I could take it down, it would just leave. So even though I learned something, it didn't really help. However, what did help is after I took down like one or two more small flyers, and yes, the behemoth did eat half the population of that one haven, but that was enough to make it go away. So after after it did that, it just sort of went back under the water, and or it stopped attacking. And the disruption points are at maximum, so the behemoth is dealt with for a few days at least. But it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like the only thing that really was lost was half the population of one haven, and that is acceptable. That's an acceptable loss right there. So honestly, it wasn't that bad. And I did some research. I looked into how you're supposed to deal with the flyers. And honestly, it seems like most people struggle as much as I do. But I mean, there was some advices which, I mean, I already figured out. Like the Jericho railguns are the best thing to use when they have armor, and also because they're very long range. There's also there's one more weapon that we can research for planes, and it's apparently the best weapon. We need the advanced laser tech in order to get it, which we can research that now. So I was gonna divert our research into that, but otherwise it's just kind of, yeah, you just sort of have to go in with long range weapons, and make sure that they're good against the type of flyer you're going up against. And then you have to, like, if it's a larger flyer, you have to go in with multiple planes. Like, you can't really do one plane to win the day on that. Like, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking, since hit and run tactics seem to be the way to go for harder flyers. I think Helios might actually be the way to go. I was thinking Helios would be great for our normal teams, but honestly, Helios seemed to be the way to go for just everything. Like, I'm gonna be blunt. Like, the main advantage of the Helio is that it's so fast. And the big thing that's killing me from using multiple planes against the flyers is that by the time my plane disengages and re-engages, or another plane, comes in, the flyer just leaves. So time is the number one factor. And the Manticores are great. They're great all-arounders, but they're, like, even the Manticore is not fast enough to do what I want it to do. So the Helios might be, like, we might have to start adopting a whole fleet of those. But we'll see. Also, I may want to steal some of the faction's vehicles, if our faction standing is very high. Like, if we're in a good place with all the factions, I'm not sure how much of a hit you take for stealing one of their planes, but we might want to steal one of their planes. A couple of their planes, even. Apparently that is a very viable tactic. Apparently early on, a lot of people find that a viable tactic to bulk out their air force, is to just steal the planes. And I've been avoiding doing that kind of thing because I don't want to piss off the other factions, but if we're in such good standing, we might have to. It would save a lot of materials. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at, and I had a bit of a revelation too. But let's load our game. Let's load up our game, because we have a base defense to do, and I'd like to at least get that done today. I don't want to go super long today, because the home office here is a little full, so I don't want to be ranting and raving down here for too long. But I would like to at least get this base defense mission done, because we have not gotten a base defense mission yet. So this is a new mission type. So main 2. And I wanna, there's something, I guess I learned a little something not only about Phoenix Point, but I learned a little something about life too, or I guess games and how you play them. And I guess to elaborate on that, um, so yesterday, or not yet, oh, was it yesterday? No, no, day before yesterday. So I mean, we had a good high of capturing a Scylla, right? I think we already vivisected it, but yeah, we captured a Scylla, and that was the high of the stream. The low of the stream was towards the end when the Pandoran flyers came out and just started wrecking everything. And I basically it was sort of it was a very frustrating experience because on one hand I was excelling on the battlescape. You know, like I finally managed to counter the Scylla, which was, man, that was a good feeling. But on the other hand, yeah, the Geoscape was kicking my ass, and it was getting very frustrating because I just didn't know what to do, and I didn't realize that that manual piloting would let me target body parts and all that. Didn't know. I learned it now, although it didn't really help me any. Like, funny enough, that actually didn't really do a lot for me. Also, advanced laser tech. I think we need this to get the best weapon for our planes. Also, I don't really know that we're ever going to use Mutogs, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever use those or not, but feel like maybe let's put some other things on our research tree real quick before we go too deep into that. Let's see. What would go good on here? Oh, we don't... You know what? We don't have any acid weapons. Capable of burning through enemy armor. Like, that does seem pretty nice. Although armor piercing kind of gets the job done there. We'll go with the advanced laser tech and then ultimate mutation tech. Alright, manufacturing. I'm making more of those big-ass launchers because they have proven themselves in battle. They work, and they work really good. I'm also making more New Jericho railguns because that is the only way we can even pierce through some of these enemies, so... Like some of the flyers. I'm even honestly considering we might, like, if I could afford it, another quick passenger module, but... But yeah, affording it is the issue. Yeah, so long range weapons. And I'm gonna get back to my thought in a second, but I want to get our research and manufacturing all set up, and then we do the base. I wonder, can we make another Aspida actually? Because that would help out for you know, the combat area. Let's see, I need to filter vehicles. Okay, no, we need... I guess we are a little bit low on tech and materials, so I won't go too crazy right now. But, yeah, I guess that's good. That's 10, 14... It's 14 hours worth of manufacturing. That's fine. That's fine. And our Air Force, again, nothing to... Huh. This is still damaged. The Manticore Prime. Well, I guess it's in transit still. Which, yeah, hey, look, the Behemoth. Yeah, the Behemoth, it attacked that one, I think it was this one? Zabala? It attacked that one haven. It halved, oh man, little whistle in the throat there. It halved the population, but it didn't destroy the haven, so that's good. Yeah, and Phoenix Logistics B is under attack. That's fine. But yeah, so it attacked the haven, but otherwise it's going away. Yeah, it is going away. Also, I think last time I sent most of the vehicles back to their home bases, their bases of operation, but not all of them. So the Firestorm, we might want to send the Firestorm somewhere. Like, I don't even know where, but like, just send it somewhere. Send it somewhere. Hmm. I suppose we could send it like, I just realized there is a South Pole base. I like to keep the manticores in kind of a centralized location, or where they can kind of get around from point A to point B fairly quickly. Uh, but it is kind of important to spread them out a little bit, just so that, like, if the behemoth pops up, there's someone watching, right? So I'll send it over here to that base. Okay. And yeah, the behemoth, we don't have to worry about him for a few days, so that's nice. Uh, it's always nice to be but a little bit of time, precious time. Alright, so yeah, this base is under attack, and we have people that are there ready to go, so we don't, like, it's not a concern. Base is it's defensible. That, and we have, thanks to the Jericho walls, we have 24 hours to deal with the threat, so yeah, like we have some time before the actual attack starts. So we got time to set up. Alright. So management done. So now let me just say this. What I learned outside of the stuff with the flyers that we can manually pilot, and manual piloting is a lot more effective for dealing with the larger flyers. Other than that, what I kind of learned, I had a little bit of a revelation about not just Phoenix Point, but a lot of games like Phoenix Point. And that revelation is, so I was incredibly frustrated the last stream because, yeah, it felt like all of a sudden the game was just stacking problem after problem on me, and I had no way of dealing with it, and like it felt like the game was being unfair and kind of cheating me, and it felt like I had no options, and it also felt like I'd been put in a corner where there's no way out, and like the game is lost, right? We are in a failed run. That's what it felt like, and this is what has actually it is what has killed my Phoenix Point runs in the past. And in the past, it usually happens a lot sooner than this, but like this is as far as I think I've ever gotten. But yeah, what usually kills my run is me, because I think it's because I'm in a bit of an XCOM state of mind. All right, so and again, we will get to this base, but big thought, got big thinking thoughts on my mind. So because this game does have so much in common with XCOM, there is a tendency, I think, to treat it like XCOM in the way of, like, kind of predicting a doomed run, right? Like in both modern and old school XCOM, but I'd say more so the modern ones. There is a tendency with those games, like, because of how those games are structured, if if you're playing on a higher difficulty in the modern XCOM games, uh, and the run starts going badly, right? Like you start falling behind on the geoscape, you start losing missions, like you have no way to win them. Like if you start falling behind in modern XCOM on a harder difficulty, it's almost guaranteed that the run is doomed. Like, you can keep playing and maybe you can reverse it, and sometimes you can. But more often than not, what I've found is that, yeah, once you start falling behind and getting into those, like, oh man, what do I even do? When you get into that territory with modern XCOM, it is very much a snowball effect where you will just keep falling more and more behind. And so, to save you some time, it's usually a good idea to recognize that this is a doomed run and start over. That way you don't waste, 50 hours on a failed timeline, right? But the thing is, like, Phoenix Point is kind of the revelation is that Phoenix Point is kind of designed to give you that feeling. Like Phoenix Point is designed so that when you start doing well, the Pandorans start adapting to you, and then you're not doing well anymore, and then you're struggling, and then you're falling behind, and then you're getting your ass beat constantly, and havens are going down. You might be losing some guys. Like Phoenix Point is kind of designed in such a way where for basically the whole game's run, you are threading the needle of feeling like you're in a doomed run. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is very much so the feeling that I get playing Phoenix Point. Is like it always feels like this is a doomed run, and my finger is always hovering on that, like, ooh, do I just restart? Do I just, I could restart and take what I learned and do better. But the thing is that the game is designed in such a way so that, yeah, good play is rewarded, and you'll have an easier time if you play good. But good play alone does not guarantee anything. And also, the game is designed to adapt to your good play. Like, I've already, I've seen how, like, the Pandorans are adapting to some of the things that I do, like, because I've started using, the big advanced launchers, and I've been using, the armor-piercing sniper rifles. Like, I've been using a lot of, like, really hard-hitting, single-shot weapons. And because of that, I noticed that the Pandorans, sometimes, they get that resistance bonus where the first shot against them is mitigated by like 50%, and that really cuts down on my efficiency. Like, that really bends me over with the types of weapons that I use. So yeah, like the game is just constantly adapting to what you do, and yeah, like it's basically always forcing you to change up your tactics a little bit. Like when you find out that one thing works and it works really good, it's not that it'll ever be completely ineffective, but it's just it might not be as effective as you would like if you overuse it. And so I guess what this game is really good at doing is it's very good at pulling the crutches out from under players like me that tend, like when I play a game like this, I tend to find what works for me, and then I just do that for the whole game. Like, that's how I played XCOM, how I played the XCOM files. I'd find the combination of things that would work for me, and I'd just stick with it for the whole run. And, nothing, no shame, nothing wrong with that, but admittedly that did close me off to a lot of strategy, right? This game kind of forces you out of that comfort niche, and it forces you in such a way that it's gonna feel like you're losing the game and the game is over. But the thing is, if I give up, right? Like, if I realized when I like the behemoth for now is taken care of, and the only damage it dealt is it halved the population of one Anu haven, and they're the most numerous faction. They've got a ton of havens. But like ultimately that's the only permanent damage that it dealt, right? So like, it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. Like, yeah, sure, we got our ass kicked a lot, and we couldn't really fight back very well, but ultimately we did chase the behemoth off, and we have a few days to recover and try a new strategy, right? And the damage that it dealt was minimal, so yeah, it's fine. But if I'd given up, right? Like, if I had just given up there and said, man, I guess clearly I'm in a doomed run and game's over, then I like, if I just gave up there, then I wouldn't know that no, it's fine. Everything's working out great. Like, this is okay. Also, I just realized that there's a bunch of dead nests over here. Like, and there's Jericho Thunderbirds hanging out. Like, what are they doing over there? Like, what are they actually doing? Huh. Well, anyway, let's do this base defense. All right, so I haven't done. I think I've done a base defense once in another attempt at Phoenix Point, but I don't think we've had a base defense this run yet. I don't think so. So yeah. Mission gets harder over time. If we fail, we lose control of the base. Makes sense. Now there's like a couple of places we can start at with a mission like this, right? We can start at the entrance. We can start at the vehicle bay, or we could start at the access lift. Now, I guess what I might want to do is I might want to take a look at the base's layout, because that, like, I think that's more or less like I think that'll more or less be how the base is laid out. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure if it actually follows like how your base is built or not. But what I do know from past attempts at the game is that the Pandorans, they're gonna attack from the front, but they can also they can burrow into the back of the base too. Like that's something I really remember, is that they can yeah, I remember that they can, like, yeah, they can attack from behind, and if they do that, it becomes a bit of a mess. But at the same time, like they're always gonna go for your guys. So, like, whether they burrow into the back or not, like, they're just gonna go for your guys. So they'll come to you one way or the other. So it doesn't really matter too much, I don't think. Like if I spread my guys around, I don't think it matters too much. All right, but before I start, I'm just checking some Twitch stuff real quick. All right, making sure we're all set up good and that I'm not. My Twitch app has a real tendency to eat messages, which I just see. I might have missed that message already. I'm not. I hope it's new, because I just refreshed everything. But Dermoaster, oh, they waved. I wave back. Again, I don't know if that's a message that was eaten and I missed it, or if it just popped in. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. My Twitch app, it likes to eat messages. Okay. I didn't miss it. Whew. Let's wipe the bead of sweat away. But alright, yeah, I'm coming back into Phoenix Point today. I feel better about myself and the game, because I learned a valuable lesson in the few minutes that I played off stream to kind of, like, I just wanted to try to learn something and deal with the flyers, and I learned something. It didn't help me, but I learned something, and then I learned, yeah, just general stuff about the game and the nature of the game, and yeah, now I feel better about that. Yeah, it's a hard game. It's honestly, this game is deceptively hard. Like, to start, it honestly feels easier than like XCOM to me. It feels easier than the modern XCOM games to start. But it very quickly you see how the game is difficult, and I think the difficulty is that the game forces you to mix up your playstyle. Like, honestly, I think that's more hard than anything else that the game does. Is you can't really just do one thing for the whole game, because the Pandorans keep adapting to you, especially with Terror from the Void. So, like, you have to mix it up, and if you don't do that, or you can't do that, then yeah, you're probably gonna lose. So it's kind of this constant back and forth of you push against them and you feel like you're getting the upper hand, and then they adapt and push back, and then you feel like the run is over and you've lost. And I think that the biggest way you can lose this game is if you do like I've done in the past, and you just say, well, run's over, and you just give up, right? Because honestly, I'm finding that things are never quite as bad as they seem with Phoenix Point. Like, again, when the Behemoth popped out last, I couldn't beat any of the larger flyers. Like, the only flyer I could beat was the small ones. I couldn't fight any of the medium or large ones, and then the Behemoth just ate half of a Haven, and that, like, I was like, well, damn, I guess I lose. I guess the game's over, right? And I guess I failed to keep up or something, and I was ready to kind of like pull the lever and go, well, better luck next time. But just playing a little more, then I was like, oh, so once so first off, the Behemoth doesn't wipe the Haven; it just halves the population, which isn't great, but Haven's still there. And I managed to destroy enough of the small flyers that the Behemoth did go away. Like, the Behemoth is currently just roaming, and it's going to go underwater, and like, we won't have to deal with it for a few more days. So, like, ultimately, the only thing that was really lost was like half the population of a Haven, and that's not too bad. Honestly, that's perfectly recoverable. That could happen many more times and we'd be okay. So by sticking with it, you realize that it's not that bad, and you kind of see like what you could maybe do to have a better chance next time. Like, I think that's important, is that if you stick with it, you will start to see like what went wrong and how you can do better the next time. And I think that's the important part. It might seem hopeless, it might seem like there's nothing you could do, but if you really sit down and think about it, you'll realize that there were things you could do, and you can try that the next time around. But yeah, I am quickly realizing that no, you need multiple squads. Like, right now I have 3 squads that can take care of business, right? I have 3 squads that are pretty much they're not all as equipped and everything as I'd like, but they work, right? So you have 3 squads that can cover the different parts of the globe. We've got several manticores to to cover the flyers all around. I think I might want to have some Helios on combat duty, but other than that, like, I have learned over time how I need to adapt, and slowly but surely we are adapting, and that's the fun part. That's the fun part. Yeah, like but yeah, I do think that the very big important thing with Phoenix Point, and I know we're kind of having our banter here while we're playing, in quotes. There's a lot to think about with it. So let me say this. Sorry to anyone that watches now or on the archive in the future, that we tend to just like take a moment to discuss things a lot in this game. But there's a lot to discuss with this game, and there is a lot to think about when you play this game, and I think it's important to go through that process, and it's hard to go through that process while you're also trying to, like, move your guys and fight and all that. It's easier to discuss when we have a little pause here. Also, thanks. I heard the whoosh sound. But yeah, I think that what I really like about Phoenix Point, and I think it does this, I'll be honest, I think the game does this a lot better than either new or old school XCOM. I think it does a really good job of forcing the player to constantly adapt and vary their playstyle, and like the difficulty in this game, and also the progression of research and all that. It's much less about advancing through ranked tiers. Like, that's what XCOM is about. In XCOM, you start with normal weapons, then you get laser weapons, then you get plasma weapons. It's a very linear progression, and it's a power progression. Like, at the end of the game in XCOM, you don't want to go into the later missions with, like, the standard bullet rifles and stuff. You don't, those are just too weak, right? You don't want to go in with that. like XCOM is very like you always know where you stand in XCOM. You know, like at this point in the game, you should have laser weapons. Now you should have plasma weapons. You know, you should have basic body armor. Now you should have jetpacks. Like with XCOM, you always kind of know exactly where you should be at, and it's easy to gauge like if you're behind or not. And I love XCOM, but you got to admit XCOM is very linear in its difficulty, and it's very linear in how you progress through it. Phoenix Point, like honestly, very few things in this game are a linear upgrade. Like the Synedrian laser weapons. At first, because I was new to it, I thought, oh, this is like the lasers in XCOM, right? This is a clear upgrade. But then you see that, okay, well, you know, the Synedrian guns, some of them deal a little more damage, or some of them, you know, they have really good accuracy at a long range, and there's advantages. But it's like, oh, but they don't really shred armor very well. They don't pierce armor. They're just really accurate, and they do some good damage. And it's like, well, that's, you know, that's good. But you know, in other instances, I might want like the Jericho stuff that goes through armor, or I might want I mean, honestly, the Phoenix stuff tends to be pretty good at shredding. So like every type of weapon, like even the starter guns, there is a reason you might want to use those even much later on in the game. Like none of it is really a clear upgrade. Now to be fair, there are upgrades. There are weapons that are clearly better in certain situations, but like the advanced rocket launcher, like man, that thing is great at just blowing the limbs off of, you know, really tanky Pandorans like the Scylla. But you know, that's not the only way to do it, and sometimes because of, you know, resistances and all that, something else might be better to do. But yeah, I think the difficulty here with Phoenix Point is that it forces you to adapt. And I think honestly, for a strategy game, I think that is a much harder kind of difficulty. Oh wait, 1 second. I think the wife is calling. 1 sec. Okay, hold up. A cat has taken the wife hostage, so I will be right back. All right, and I'll continue with my point. So BRB, real quick. Okay, I returned,
Hello, chat.
and the wife.
Yeah, the wife got pinned to her chair after being gone for 2 days because the cats are of the opinion that I'm never allowed to leave again.
Oh, very, very, very cute, clingy cats. Uh, I'll try to. Alright, so I'll try to get the curtain closed and everything before the cat's done eating, because he loves to just jump right up onto the desk. Ugh. Okay, okay. Ooh. All right, so getting back settled in, and maybe we can actually start the game now. uh, okay, So tabbing back in. All right. So, okay. So just to wrap up my thought here, because we've had a lot of distraction this morning between cats and other things. And I am streaming with a wonderful headache too. But yeah, I don't know. Like I first off, I do love that body part mechanic of Phoenix Point. But also, I will say this: I think that the number one thing I like about Phoenix Point overall, compared to XCOM, is just the more adaptive difficulty. Like in XCOM, I get a strategy going and I just do that for the whole game. This, I have to mix it up, and that's hard for me. I will be very honest. Adapting my gameplay style is difficult, and I think it's difficult because a lot of games, especially these days, a lot of them go with the mentality of, you know, play the game your way, you know, just do whatever and it'll work out, right? And what that generally equates to is most players, they have a way they like to play and they'll just do that forever and completely miss out on everything else, right? And I'm no exception to that, honestly. So forcing myself to kind of change what I do to deal with the threats as they come it's legitimately hard. Like also that's kind of a life skill too, right? Phoenix Point, teaching you valuable life skills. But yeah, it's a kind of difficulty that I don't think a lot of games do. Most games difficulty it basically just means like there's hard mechanics or something, and you know, play the DDR style memorization game or whatever, you know, do the mechanics or die. That's a standard difficulty, which isn't too exciting if you have any memory at all. And then the other form of difficulty tends to just be make the numbers bigger. You know, like just make the numbers a lot bigger so that the player has to you know, bullet sponge the enemies and all that, and you got to upgrade your gear, but it's not that's not really difficulty. It forces you to kind of prepare, but it's not really difficulty. What Phoenix Point does is it's actually requiring me to use my brain a lot, and that's hard. That's a really big ask for me. All right, so okay, I'm ready to actually play. So we have 2 teams worth of dudes here. I think all of them are combat ready. I think, right? Yeah, Helios 7 team, Helios 9 team. I really got to rename those Helios to something a little more memorable. But we don't have the best team at this base. Like, we got Hammer Broette, which, yes, I have the 3 augmentations on. I really don't understand why the game doesn't allow... Like, I don't get why the game does not allow you to have 3 augmentations or cybernetics normally. Like, to me, it just makes sense, right? Like, of course, why not? Because the thing is that these augmented body parts, they completely replace your armor, and they, as far as I can tell, you can't have secondary modules attached to these augments. So you're losing your armor, it's replacing your armor slots, and you're losing your secondary module slots. So, I mean, to me, there's almost the positive and negative is pretty balanced between using these parts. So I don't really see why you're not I never got why the game only allows you to have 2 out of 3, right? And to me, it just looks weird to have 2 out of 3. Like, I like how this looks. Now, how effective it is, we'll see about that. But I like how it looks, at least. So, yeah, okay, we got our melee, which I honestly don't think they'll really do all that much, but we got them. We have, oh man, this is a so it is a priest/sniper, and I don't really know how to make effective use out of this guy. I'm gonna be honest. He's just sort of there, and I mean, you know, a big rifle is effective, so sure. Yeah, we have another sniper. Hey, if you can't tell, I like snipers. Though honestly, their effectiveness does kind of drop off. I will say that. Like, I think snipers are really good in the early game, and I mean they're fine. Like they're fine for the whole game. But as I'm getting into the to the bigger, beefier Pandorans, like they don't go down easy. And the sniper rifle is nice, but it doesn't like not even a heavy duty sniper like this. It doesn't take down. Like it does not take down a Scylla easily. Like the single shot damage, it sort of starts falling behind as the game goes on. Now, Technician, I need to make better use of that, so I'm going to try to. Infiltrator, I'm only now learning that Infiltrators are actually pretty decent. And then we have a Heavy in Sniper gear, but using the big guns, right? And then is that my only, I think that's my only Assault unit. Oh man. I normally like to have at least 2 Assault, but I guess this is fine. So okay, this is what we got. Now, as far as I know, the Pandorans can burrow deeper into the base, because we've had a defense mission in other attempts at playing the game. I don't think it matters, so let's go ahead and deploy. And when I say I don't think it matters, it's that when the enemies burrow into your base, like, they're going for your guys. So if all your guys are at the front, then even if they burrow into the back, they're still going to be coming up, like, they're just going to be going towards you no matter what. So when you know where they're coming from, you can just kind of put everyone on Overwatch and shoot them as they run down the hallways, you know? But alright, base defense. Which I think the only thing we actually, like, that we get out of a base defense is, well, I guess we get EXP, right? We get EXP and skill points. We don't get any materials or anything like that, so, so if anyone dies in a base defense, it's probably best to restart it, just because, you know, EXP is really all you're getting out of this. Revenant resistance. I wonder if there's any way to... I do wonder if there's any way to get rid of the Revenants. I wonder, because they are pretty annoying. So, okay. Damage from first hit in a turn is reduced by 50%. So, yeah, and this is an adaptation response to me using lots of high damage single target attacks. So now the enemies are going to resist that first shot, which is bad for things like snipers. Because yeah, if the sniper's damage gets reduced by 50%, that like sniper rifles deal a lot of damage, but even so, if you reduce the damage by 50%, like, that ain't great. So I guess what you'd want to do is you'd want to like plink them with a faster weapon first, and then shoot them with the sniper. I think that would be the way to do it.
Still alive.
All right, I'm gonna switch him back to the normal cannon because I don't like. Look, that rocket launcher is nice, but man, it's like 100. It's like 100 materials for 4 shots. So basically, you could break it down to like shot by shot. Since each clip is 4, it's basically 25 materials every shot with the rocket. Like, that's pretty costly. Now, don't get me wrong, it's super effective, but that is a little too expensive to just go, you know, just go throwing around. You know, we're not made of materials over here. Alright, so what do we got? initial lineup is these two guys, and I feel like there's probably more, but none that we can see. Also, we have we have these guys. We've got the Phoenix Guard. So we probably want to put the Phoenix Guard wherever the Pandorans might burrow into our base, which I think if they're gonna burrow into our base, they're probably gonna do it like, well, probably over here at the access lift, or over here maybe, but like it'd be somewhere kind of towards the back end of the base, I would imagine. So like, let's put these guys sort of in the middle here. Like I'll have the Phoenix Guard just sort of wander around the middle to back end of the base.
Catch me if you can.
That way, if something burrows through the walls, I highly doubt they'll be able to stop it, but they'll be able to slow it down, and they're completely expendable. That's the beautiful thing about it. They are so very expendable. Also, we want to have one guy at least be standing at a console. I think there's one. Yeah, there's one right there. So scattered around the base are those little blue screen consoles, and you can use those to like dump power from the generator, and that'll clear out any tunnels when the Pandorans are coming in. So basically, it'll stop a reinforcement wave. And you only have like one turn to do that. So you kind of want to have a guy standing near a computer console at all times. I'm not sure where the other consoles are though. There's one right over here. I feel like there's probably a console, like there's a couple of them scattered around, but I'm not sure exactly where all of them are. That might be one, but I'm not sure. I know for a fact, though, that one of them is over there in the corner. So we want to get a guy over there in the corner as quickly as possible. Just to act as a backup in case, in case they burrow through the walls. I'm pretty sure they're gonna try, right? Oh boy, yeah, we got lots of stuff here. I mean, look, he's a very heavily armored character, so he should be fine, I think. Could I dash over here and put an end to this threat? Or not put an end to it, but at least, like, knock him around a little bit. Could I do that? Let's find out. I feel like, the angle might be bad. Angle might be bad on this strike. Oh no, it works. It works. Yeah! Disable the leg. Okay.
Can't wait.
So that was our that was our first hit of damage. So oh, they got a sniper back there. I want to try to shoot that if I can. Because now that it's been weakened, I don't like that my guy is just standing right there, and I don't want to. If we accidentally shoot him, that's a lot of damage for him to take, right? Like he's gonna be hurting from that. Let's try and get a slightly better. I want to try and get a slightly better vantage point with our sniper. Yeah, I'd like to position my sniper a little bit better. I can't position my sniper anywhere else where they. All right, so yeah, we're coming down off the thing. No hidey hole. They got a launcher arm, an evolved launcher arm. Not anymore, they don't. Alright, the engineer. So I think our engineer, I think that they have 2 turrets on them, I think.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I don't have throw turret, so yeah, no throw turret. So this is what we got. But yeah, just gonna plop that down, plink it down.
Area covered.
All right, and then just
I can make a difference.
cover all of it in Overwatch.
Let me see.
I do not trust that I would actually be able to score a shot like that.
Ready.
Alright, but I think like right here is a slightly better vantage point to snipe from. Slightly better. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make that shot. Gotta be honest. I don't think he's gonna make it. So I'll keep our snipers up here on the,
For an angle.
you know, on the high ground, but man, I want him, like, don't get me wrong, I want him to get the shot, but I don't think they're gonna get it. I do not think they're gonna get that shot. Okay, a grenade. Alright. Grenade's got a chance. Just trying to get my damage in wherever I can. Alright, and then Mr. Big Heavy Gun over here. Ooh. If he actually hits that, that would be great, but I don't think he's, yeah. Look, I want the best for my little dudes here, but, you know, I highly doubt most of the time that they're going to get the shots that I want them to get. Like, you want it, but it's just not going to happen. Alright, so... Alright, I don't want to put him in too vulnerable of a situation, so... Also, you never know if something's going to come from over this way, so... Overwatch all around. Okay. And then... Well... Probably we're going to get shot at from over here. Probably.
Operative on the move. Let me see.
Okay. Well, that one's all melee, so we got two action points. I could use my 2 action points to shoot that, but like, I mean, other than its pincer arm, what does it have? It's got a grenade arm. It's got the grenade arm. So, you know, we know the grenade arm can be quite lethal. But we're not gonna,
Looking for an angle.
like we're not gonna shoot its grenade arm off one way or the other, right? So, just like, yeah, you're not gonna get that good damage that you want. Would an Overwatch be more effective? I guess that's kind of the conundrum, right? Would the Overwatch be more effective? It might. So, all right, and then we got this guy. Does he actually have a shot? Kinda. Not a great shot, but he's got one. I could deploy the spider drone or a decoy. A decoy also would work. You know, I don't use spider drones. I don't use spider drones nearly as much as I should, and like they, you know, spider drones serve a purpose.
All the difference.
They fucking explode on everybody. So like, yeah, let's deploy the spiders and get them in there. I think that the enemies will attack those, right? Like in a roundabout way, you could use this as a decoy, right? In a roundabout way. Alright, we'll see how that goes down. We'll see. Oh no, more of them pouring in already. I'm hoping that guy over there will just die. Also, the pop-up was still just there. Oh, disabled the head. I was hoping we'd get a little more Overwatch kills going on here, but they're positioning themselves in just the way where it's hard to hit them. Oh, they're really going hard on our sniper. Like, my sniper might be in trouble. I didn't think they'd be this bad off. Okay, yeah, like I said, the spider drone kind of works as a bit of a... Yeah, like it works as a little bit of a decoy, kind of. Well, yeah, this one's in a really bad spot, so let's swap that out.
Just a minute. Got to get
Okay. So our sniper won't be doing any sniping.
already there.
Okay, what do we got? So yeah, this will... Yeah, we can detonate the... Ooh, the radius of the detonate is pretty nice. Yeah! Alright, the cat was squeaking, but all cats have been fed multiple times this morning. Okay, so let's see. I think, okay, the spider drone has some pretty good mobility. 70 damage explosion. I mean, if we explode like right here, that should get both of these guys, right? And I'm hoping my guy is not in the radius of that. I'm hoping. Think we're okay. Wait, did it hurt? Oh man, it hit this guy too. God damn. Hit him too. Alright. Oh wait, hold up. Is this... I should be able to hit guy with hammer if I stand over here, right? But I might be blocking a shot from someone else, so...
I'm repositioning.
So let's get that one out. Then the heavy. I
Already
think they'll
there.
have a decent shot here.
Let's have a look.
Go for it. Okay. Perfect.
I'm here.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I was kind of hoping that would get rid of all the, like, debris over there, but it didn't do anything. Like, you know, I was hoping that would put them out in the
All
open.
I need is a clear shot. So close.
We're having a lot of fun missing going on here. Okay.
Watch this.
Deploy more spider drone. Like, honestly, the spider drones, yeah, they do actually work as a functional decoy, basically. Like they work as a decoy.
Acquiring targets.
Don't like that launcher arm. Don't like it. But I have the best chance of actually hitting the other thing. But okay. Got something going there. Now I gotta be careful that I don't blow my own guy away because the engineer is standing like right there. But I think that's the one to go for with the turret. Almost. Okay, one down. What's our... If we move our guy over here, if we move him out of the way, then that should be fine. Should be. They have that resist bonus, right? Or do they? They might not. If they don't have the resist bonus, then yeah, just smack them. just smack them. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's none of my own guys are standing here right now, so try to take the shield out, maybe.
Come get some.
Those, the guy is like kind of further back, right? They are a problem.
Ready to engage.
But I do want to try to take out the shield on this one.
Finger on the trigger.
Alright, so now the shield's gone. Clear shot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and pull back a little bit.
Right there. Acquiring targets.
Yeah, the hitmen kind of standing in the back there. Yeah, they're not great, and they're all standing in just the right place to be difficult to hit. Like they're the perfect positioning so that I have a hard time to hit them.
I've got this.
Ooh, here we go. Proper shot now. Disable the leg, disable the arm. Okay. And if we can, try to get an overwatch on him. Now we have our little Phoenix guys back here. So, there was a console we could get to somewhere, right? Because I want to have at least a guy near a console so that we can try to flip it on if we have to. But I think positioning them around like the generator here is important, right? Like I'm trying to think if there actually is anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything that we actually have to defend in our base, and I don't actually think there is. So like as long as our guys over here are just in a place where they could easily get to the rest of the base to defend it, then I think they're pretty much doing good. So does anything else have... I always want to say time units, but it's action points. Does anyone else have action points? And I don't think so. I think we burned through them all, right? It looks like it. Okay, so yeah, what's got me nervous, and look, I am no master tactician. I tend to play every game that I play way too recklessly. Like, I mean, look, I put a lot of guys just out in the open here, and it's like, oh, they'll probably be alright. The enemy probably won't deal enough damage to kill them in one turn, but like, I'm kind of banking a lot on that. I'm like, oh, the Overwatch, right? The Overwatch will probably get him. Yeah, I tend to play way too fucking risky, and I have to save scum a lot because of that. Which I will admit, I do like that you can't really save scum in combat in this game. Which means I end up having to replay whole missions a lot, but like I'd rather replay the whole mission rather than save scumming like every turn to try to not die. That's kind of how it's kind of how things end up a lot of the time in XCOM. So yeah, what happens happens. I hope I did enough damage to kind of weaken them. I hope my Overwatch kicks in. I hope they don't get too lucky. Let's see what happens. And oh yeah, reinforcements, can't forget that. Man, that is the perfect place to not get hit and to shoot my guy here. I guess here's a positive. So none of these guys, right? None of my guys here are very like leveled up. They're all basically yeah, like all of these guys are more or less new recruits. So the losses, like the most valuable thing on these guys is their equipment. And it sucks that we just lost that mutant because, like, yeah, I put a lot of mutagens into him. That said, mutagens aren't really all that hard to get, so his gear, like all the gear that our guys drop, like we can recover that after battle. So like even if we lose, like for instance, this guy has a really expensive weapon on him, 2 really expensive weapons and some good armor. Yeah, like if he dies, like I can recover his gear and put it on a new guy, and it won't really be that much of a loss, right? Like, all of these guys are basically level 1 or 2, right? So it, you know, it's not the worst thing if they die. It's really not. I like that we can have that mentality of like, it's not the worst thing if they die. As long as their equipment's alright. Oh, and hey there, Vexus. Hey there. Yeah, I didn't really do a whole lot of pre-stream banter this time around. I wanted to just get into the game. But yeah, like, save scumming too much is, like, it's one of those things where it is a common problem with XCOM likes, you know? I much prefer it when, like don't get me wrong, I think, like, I am totally willing to save scum on, like, the battle, like, the geoscape level, because things can get weird, but I don't like to save scum in the battle level too much. Like, I would just as, like, here's the thing, okay, if this goes really badly, like, if we lose a lot more guys, I'd be willing to say, okay, maybe I should redo that and try to do it better, you know? To me, that is preferable to save scumming every turn, you know? Like, that's kind of what we were having to do when we were playing the XCOM files, right? Like, that constant saving and loading was getting to be a bit much. And, yeah, I'd rather not do that when possible. When possible, you know? Oh, come on. Terrible shots here. What's the shot on this one like? It's a better shot, but you're shooting into its shield. Yeah, you're going through the shield there. Does this one have any decent shots on anything? No. It's too... Problem is, it's too low to the ground. So this is the only unobstructed shot. I mean, fortunately, this is an armor piercer, so, like, I think we can go right through its shield, right? Yeah, we can go straight through the shield, so do that. Alright, it does a decent amount of damage. And we might be able to kill it through its shield. Let's see. Alright. It's highly disabled, but not dead yet. Okay.
Here I come.
I want to heal up the heavy because he's kind of injured. So heal up. Yeah, I mean, I will say the length of the battles in Phoenix Point, they can get long. To be fair, a lot of that is kind of me playing badly or coming in unprepared. But yeah, like the length of the battles can be a bit much. I don't really worry too much about it because here's the thing. Long battles, not all long battles are equal. Like, for instance, in the, when we were playing XCOM, the XCOM files, battleships, right? Battleships were such a nightmare that I only did, what, 1 or 2 battleships, and then never again, right? I just avoided doing battleships after that. And, the reason is because they were, like battleships in XCOM are so not fun. And it's, they're long as hell, like sometimes over 3 hours. But like the main reason I didn't like to do it was because
Ready for action.
like those battleships, they God, like the aliens would just be hiding in like closets, right? Like you have this massive battleship map with twisting maze-like corridors and multiple levels. And like aliens would just kind of hide out in the closet and wait for you to come to them, and like it was a bit of a nightmare, little bit of a nightmare. Like here, I don't really have that problem.
Attempting to reposition.
Like here, the enemies pretty much always run at you, so you're never really like, you're not in that position where you're like, man, wonder where the Pandoran is. No, the Pandoran's right there trying to eat your face. You don't have to worry about like playing hide and seek with it. And that alone makes this a lot more enjoyable to me. Yeah, but like like man, fuck battleships in XCOM. Like that's just not fun because you're mostly just playing hide and seek, and no, that ain't fun. You're playing hide and seek until until the little sectoid rounds the corner and blasts your guy's head off. Ooh, I think did we actually make them panic? Oh, look at that. Ooh, nice. We destroyed their equipment. Yeah, destroyed their equipment, made them panic. So 1 threat down. Like that is basically a neutralized threat right there. All right.
Standing by.
Let's see. I want to get in with that guy, but yeah, I'm not sure. Ooh, good shot. Good shot here on this one. I mean, he's already like this guy is pretty much done. But I mean, we could just remove him from play, right? Oh no, it's mutant Willem Dafoe.
That hurt, didn't it?
So Willem Dafoe.
They're not getting past me.
Oh yeah, and Vexus. Yeah, I think like here's the thing. A lot of the pain of these kinds of games is when you have like a character you really like and they were really leveled up and all that, and they die, and then, well, it can feel like that alone is enough to restart. But if, and I will admit, losing like a really leveled up guy in this, it really sucks. It's also harder to lose them though, because they have abilities that will literally save them from death. But yeah, if you lose them, it can suck. But when it comes to like your average unit that is not all that leveled up and not all that skilled, yeah, like the important thing is their gear, and as long as you can salvage their gear, then
I can make it.
it doesn't, like it's not it's not as bad as you might think to lose a guy. It's really not. So I'm pretty sure that's just gonna bleed to death on the next turn. Like I'm pretty sure. No, he's only got 20 bleeding. He might not actually bleed out. We still have our sniper over here. What can our sniper do? This is a hard shot to make, but I'm at a point where I'm gonna make risky shots.
That didn't work.
Yep. Yep. Alright. So we still have people who can act and do things. We still have our little engineer over here. Or technician. I always want to call him engineer. But technician. Oh. Oh, right. So then I think we kind of have to use the sniper to deal with this one, because otherwise we'll shoot our man in the back. Okay. And just put some Overwatch on. Probably a good idea to have at least a little Overwatch in that direction, because you never know where they're going to come from. I really want to get, like, this dude right back here. I really want to get him. I really do. But, like, it's a bad spot to go into. It's a real bad spot to get into, because, like, if I put a guy out here, he's going to get shot at by 2 different kinds of guys. Yeah, like there's no good positioning here is the issue. But I want to go in. I want to get in there. Or I want to set myself up so that I can get in there, right? Maybe over here. Maybe over there would work. All right. Let's see. And we still have our technician. If I could get a little closer, the technician could actually make an attempt at shooting this guy. Like so the problem is, like, this right here is such a good, like, it's such a good hidey hole, right? Like the scaffolding here, the metal, like the lattice work here, it perfectly protects him from my guys. But, like, he's using a machine gun, so accuracy doesn't matter so much for him. So he just kind of sticks his machine gun arm out, and, you know, he has a good shot from there. But we have a really hard time to shoot him. Like, we got to get pretty close to actually do anything. Yeah, like, look, I can take pot shots at his head or something, but, like, will that pay off? Probably not. I mean, we can still try, but yeah. Oh, okay. If I can get him when he, like... So, like, where he is in his animation cycle actually matters. If I can get him at a point where he's, like, kind of, like, really poking his head up, then I might be able to... Like right there. That's another thing I love about Phoenix Point. Just wait until he pokes his head out just enough that you have a chance, right? Okay, so now there's only one. Yeah, he's panicked and he's gonna die next turn. There's only that I have to worry about, but there's 3 turns left, and if a big Pandoran just suddenly, like, waltzes in here, we're gonna be in for a bad time. We're gonna be in for a real bad time. Like, imagine if a Scylla just, like, you know, like, if all of a sudden a Scylla just pops in here, man, everybody on this floor is just fucking dead. So, you know, we're kind of banking on them going in a little light.
Pushing ahead.
Alright, so yeah, I'm trying to find like a console that I can put these guys at.
I'm here.
Alright, I think that's all I want to do with these guys. My turrets are done, yeah. So he dropped dead, right? Oh, what do we got? Nice. Disabled his arm. Worms or myrmidons? There's something burrowing towards your team. Small, multiple targets bearing on the hangar. Geothermal plant, yeah, so that can, yeah. So the thing is, though, the worms and myrmidons, you don't actually have to kill those in order to win. Like, it's assumed that the base will clean up that sort of thing, so... Yeah. That said, we could still vent it all the same. Might be a good idea to do that, too.
Relocate.
Yeah, so let's, So this will stop the incoming wave of reinforcements. You will not be able to use this console again. The next time you use a console, it will damage the power generators and cause explosions and fires around the base. So that, like, that should make the base good for,
Let's go.
the worms and myrmidons then shouldn't pop in, right? As far as I know. Alright.
Operative on the move.
Okay, so we did disable one of their arms. Okay. Like this is a bad. Like we're staring at a light pole here. Okay. Is anybody? I'm just seeing if anything has a shot on that guy over there, but not a good shot. Like it's not a good shot either way, so I just okay. But our sniper might have a good shot, eh? So I can try to go through the shield. Like I could try to go through the shield and blow that off. You know, viable.
Acquiring targets.
Okay. Give it another shot. Alright, so the shield's gone. Now it's easier to deal with, and when it acts next turn,
I'm on Overwatch.
we blow it away. But we still are gonna have to actually deal with it like right now.
Aiming.
I could maybe get rid of its gun. Alright. So it's got no... Yeah, it has no means of attack, right? Put one Overwatch that way. But yeah, it has no means of attack. So it's fairly safe to just kind of... Like, it's more or less dealt with already. More or less. Okay, get my engineer out, or technician. I will never stop calling them engineers. I don't know why. That's what they're called in XCOM, isn't it? Or is it just support? Or I don't know.
Nothing's getting past
Something it's called engineer, and it's just gotten into my brain. I can't get it out. Okay, so we activated the console. I think if I get this guy, if I get him over here, then we can just shoot down this long passageway here. I could probably do that if I get him. No, he's basically got to be standing over here. Doesn't really work unless he's standing over here. So let's stand a little closer. Alright. So he can't really do anything, so we should be alright. then we've got these guys back over here. So yeah, there's the other console right there. I don't want to blow our base up, but like yeah, I don't want to blow our base up, but I'm gonna station a guy there just so, you know, we're covered, right? If we gotta do it, we gotta do it. Oh,
Waste of ammo.
there we go. Secondary strike force. They can appear behind us at any minute. So it is at this point that we can vent out and like it's so okay. Complete the objective at this location. Generators at 80% can be vented 1 time. Oh. Yeah, they weren't kidding, right? Yeah, they were not kidding when they said that there would be fires and Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I hope no one's standing in any fires or explosions. Yeah, so yeah, it wasn't a bluff when they said it would cause fire and explosions. Yeah, there's just okay, yeah. So good thing nobody was standing in any of that, right? Like, oh man, our infiltrator here was almost in for it. Okay, so
On Overwatch. Let them come.
all right, slapping the Overwatch on here. I mean, well, that console doesn't do anything anymore, so no reason to stand next to it anymore.
Can't wait.
But the reinforcements, like the reinforcements shouldn't be coming anymore. So that means I can just oh my God, look at that. The walkway that we were on is just gone now. Just gone. All right. So next turn. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, we only lost 1 guy. I kind of wish we hadn't lost that 1 guy, gotta admit. But, I guess it's fine. Yeah, look, they were literally only level 2. The biggest loss is that they were pumped full of mutagens, you know, because they were a mutant, so that was the big loss on that one. Honestly, though, I don't think Hammer Broette was ever really gonna have much of a future. Okay, so we got 18 skill points for the pool. We got 4 level ups, which is very nice. Lots of skill points to go around. So yeah, like that's worth it. I'd say that's worth it. Also, Vexus, the week goes. I mean, it's only Tuesday. I woke up with a headache today, and I still have quite a headache, which if I seem a little subdued today, it's both that the wife is also here and I don't want to be too loud, but it's also that my head really hurts. So I don't want to be too loud for my brain. But other than that, it's going all right. So yeah, look, we got the hammer, the pistol. We recovered that. We lost. Okay, so it cost us 120 materials to recover or to replace everything that we spent. The most expensive stuff was the spider drones. Okay, so yeah, spider drones are pretty expensive, and the med kits. So spider drones and med kits. That's the hard stuff. Also, like, why is our food... Like, our food is in the red... Oh, I see. Oh, we actually damaged our base, didn't we? Oh, look at that. Oh, man, our base is out of commission for 15 hours. Oh, that sucks. So I didn't know that would actually damage our base when I did that. I mean, honestly, if I'd known that, I might have just, I might have just, you know, let the wave happen and then dealt with it, right? Because I feel like we probably could have dealt with it just fine. But yeah, 15-hour repair time. Oof. Oof. Oh, we got a new project. Project Osiris. Oh no, we got robots in here. Hold up. Hold up. Let me get rid of it. Gone. We'll have no robots taking over today. So, Project Osiris. Defeating revenants in the field has brought us closer to understanding how they are created. We may yet harness this knowledge in the war for the future of our species. With a mutation or bionic lab, a Phoenix KIA operative may be given a new lease on life, limited to one deceased operative per mission. Chances are higher for the more experienced operatives. Huh. Huh. So, oh, that's nice, right? So basically, if we have, yeah, so if we have a mutation or bionic lab, then, which we have one of each, so basically, like, it's a free, it's an extra life, right? Like, that's what I'm getting out of this, is that it's an extra life. Now, I'm wondering if that means that the operative, like, forcefully has to take a mutation or a cybernetic. I'm wondering if that's what that means. But either way, man, it's a little late, huh? A little bit late. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it, and honestly, it's only a 9-hour project, so I'll research that first, because that'll go through pretty quick, and the advantage seems pretty big to me. Also, we need to replace our dude that we lost, so I gotta think. Let's see. Yeah, we need to replace our dude. I have lots of tech, not much materials, but I have lots of food. So with all that food, I could do some trading, and we could recruit a new squad mate from a haven. That way, the great thing is when you recruit from havens, they come pre-equipped. They don't generally have the best equipment or anything, but they at least come preloaded, you know? So, okay. Oh, let me do a little panic save here. Also, all of X says I know that feeling. I definitely know that feeling where it feels like time is passing really slowly for one reason or another. Sometimes that's a good thing when you're really enjoying your time, but otherwise it's a little bit torturous. Alright, so we got level ups to do, and then we got to do some trading. But, okay. Kill and run or quarterback. Well, quarterback gives bonus grenade range and +2 speed. That's kind of I feel like that's just a given right there. Gotta go with that one. And then kill and run is a very, very nice perk. However, we'd be dipping into the Phoenix pool by 5 points, and I don't really want to dip into the Phoenix pool when I don't have to. Like, kill and run is nice though. It's like if you use up all your action points to like run out and get a kill, but now you're just out in the open, right? So like, oh, it gives you a little chance to duck behind some nearby cover, right? Or to break line of sight. It's handy. It's really handy. I'd say that's handy enough that I'll dip into the pool for it. Alright, then our engineer. Remote deployment is incredibly valuable. Like, being able to just, like, throw down a turret several tiles away so that you don't have to... Like the thing is you could look at it like this. You know, oh, you're eating into your will points for that, but, like, well, yeah, you throw a turret, like you can basically just stand back and throw turrets out, and you know the technician themselves can just stay in a safe location. So yeah, it's very useful. Electric reinforcement, it's only 10 armor, right? It's only 10 armor, but 10 armor is actually like, okay, so I guess let's get a comparison. So technician armor, right? Technician armor is actually a little bit on the, it's actually a little on the tankier side, which is interesting. Yeah, technician armor has low speed, but yeah, low speed, low stealth, but it's got decent accuracy, and it's got good armor actually. 25 armor on each piece is pretty nice. Like assault armor, like New Jericho assault armor, that's I think, I don't even think that has that much armor, so that's actually pretty good. But yeah, like the only thing better would be heavy armor, and I think heavy armor can go up to like, I think that can go up to like 30. But okay, like let's say your overall armor is 25, right? Like on each individual part. So 25 plus 10, that is a significant increase. It's just one of those things where it might not feel like a lot compared to, say, the armor that Pandorans have, right? Like a lot of Pandorans, they'll have like 50 armor on an individual body part, and you know, or more. And so when you look at that level of armor and how your weapons just don't even put a dent in it unless you know, shred the armor off or you pierce through it, it can make a 10 armor boost feel like it's insignificant. But 10 armor, like that can be incredibly significant. That, especially because it's to a large radius around the technician, that can be a team saver right there. Like throw it out early on when you don't know what's going on. You know, everybody gets a little extra armor, send them out to, you know, try to find an enemy, and then if they get caught in a bad spot, they have a much better chance of not dying. So yeah, I'll take that. Okay, then for our sniper, honestly, I am seeing the benefit to, like, I'm seeing the benefit now to giving a sniper a heavy weapon like a launcher. I do see why you'd want to do that now. Mainly just that, like, snipers, yeah, like snipers have really good accuracy, and and heavy weapons, the general problem with them is accuracy, so you pair the two together and it works out pretty well, actually. Like something like Master Marksman that gives you 30% accuracy increase if you're far away from an enemy. That paired up with like a launcher or just a heavy cannon like that, and the sniper armor, yeah, like that, it would make it accurate enough that it could land a hit at a long distance, which is, it's pretty good. But all the same, I do like my sniper rifles, and we'll stick with the sniper rifle for right now. Having armor break, though, that might be a good idea. 15 shred on your next attack. Like, you're already using an armor piercing rifle, so you know you're already gonna pierce their armor and do some good damage. So if you then are also shredding their armor off, you know, big advantage on that. And then more speed. I honestly think that speed is just incredibly handy. Alright, let's see. So some of our guys, they didn't level up, but they do have points to spend, you know? We got this guy has biochemist, but I'm not really sure what we like. He doesn't have any weapons that use that, so I guess if I ever gave him a paralysis, poison, acid, viral, if I gave him one, then I guess he'd be pretty good with it. But I don't have one to give him. So so far, all I have is kind of the generic Synedrian crossbow, and that just does generic damage. So. Gonna go with more speed. I like speed. Generally, it works. Did I already? Yeah, I already leveled up our assault. This guy also has some points I could spend. I could get Hunker Down, which Hunker Down would help since they're wearing a lighter armor variant, you know? But I think what might help our heavy man here out a little bit more. Also, let's get their helmets off so we... Like, there's not many places where they can have their helmet off. But yeah, like, Hunker Down would help, but I think what would probably help him out more is just more speed. And yeah, we're gonna have to eat into the Phoenix pool, but I think that, like, the main thing holding this guy back is that he can't physically get to the enemies. Like, he can't get in position and then shoot his gun before basically whoops, turns over. Alright, and then we have the second Helios, and Isilme here didn't really do a whole lot in that last mission, but while she didn't do a whole lot, she did level up, so that's nice. I think I'll give her I'll give her armor break, and I would have liked to give her speed, but yeah, not quite enough points, so I'll just let her sit on that for now. Okay, so our base here, it's out of power, so we're gonna have to we're gonna have to wait until that's repaired, and it'll be 15 hours. I don't think we have I mean, it's fine to leave him there for now. We need to do a little trading, and we need to search out another squad mate to join. I'm kind of leaning towards a heavy, and there's one over here. But really, anything will do. So let's save, and then So save, and then trading time. Okay, we can do some food and tech trades here, or food and food material, like food for materials and tech. Materials are the main, the materials are the main thing that I need. All right. We cannot discount the Chaos Syndicate. We can just directly order things there. So what do they have for sale? A Junker Goo turret. The Slaughterhouse. It's a hull upgrade for the Junker. So we could get a Junker. I don't... Honestly, I like the Aspida a lot. I love how the Aspida works, you know? So I don't... Wait a second, an Aspida laser cannon. Wait, you can get... So you can actually get an Aspida with a proper... Like a proper weapon. Oh man. Does 200 and... Yeah, it bursts twice, so it does 240 damage, basically. At a very good range. That's pretty nice. But I gotta be honest, I think that the Aspida... I honestly think the Aspida is best used as a support stun vehicle. Like I mean, honestly, the best use for the Aspida that I've seen is just that it, like you can put guys in there and it'll full heal them, basically. Like that's really impressive. I like that. It's a great support thing. But the paralyzing cannons that the Aspida normally comes with, or doesn't come with, but it's what I can make, that it is really effective. Like I don't think I could have paralyzed that Scylla if I didn't have it. So yeah, while the laser cannon is nice, we have means of dealing damage, so I don't think that's something we need right now. But what's the navigation beacon? I haven't seen that one yet. Enhanced motion detection. Locate all enemies within 20 tiles, even behind obstacles. That's nice. And an enhanced mist repeller. Remove all mist in 3-tile radius while moving. Allies within this radius are immune to the effect of mist. Not bad. I think I like the upgrade that we have on it now better, but like, it's, you know, I see it. It's cool. Oh man, the Devastator, the Obliterator, a Chaos Assault Rifle. And these weapons, I gotta say, the Chaos stuff is, it's basically like Raider gear, essentially, but, I love how it looks like something out of, I don't know, Fallout or Borderlands or something. I kind of like it, though. So it does, okay, 30 damage, 1 shred, 8 burst. That's a pretty good weapon. That's pretty good, I'd say. The Redemptor Chaos Shotgun, 40 damage. Oh, it does acid. So it does 5 acid damage, which I believe acid eats away at armor. So, and it hits 8 times. So that actually would eat armor pretty damn good. Like that actually, honestly, I'd say this might be a pretty this might be a pretty viable weapon for someone that uses a shotgun. Yeah, very true. I guess that's a good way to say it. It's very Mad Max style. It's that sort of I think the best way to describe the aesthetic would be a like sort of a post-apocalypse punk style, right? Post-apocalyptic punk is I think that's the best way to describe things like this. Ooh, the Subjector, a Chaos Sniper Rifle. I like how it just has a knife on it. 130 damage and 30 poison damage. So like relative to the weapons that we have, the damage is comparable. 30 poison. I like that 30 poison. But poison, even that level of poison, that's like, oh, we're gonna kill him slowly over time. And usually you want to kill him fast. That said, like, you could just ping the enemy with this and then just kind of, you know, if they're in a position that's hard to reach, the poison will get them eventually. So, oh, got the Tormentor. It's just a nice handgun. So there's some interesting equipment here, but I'm gonna hold off on the equipment for now. What I'm here for is to look for a dude. So we lost a what did we lose? We lost a Berserker. Yeah, we lost a Berserker. I got to admit, I see the value in melee. I really do. But I have yet to make good use of any Berserker unit, like a mutant or otherwise. I have yet to really do a lot with a Berserker. I don't know, maybe I just don't quite get it, but it's hard to make them work right, at least for me. Virus damage, yeah. I haven't played around too much with the exotic damage types. Like Virus, I think I tried a Virus shotgun once, and I thought it was underwhelming, but I might not have fully understood what it was doing exactly. Alright, so I do want to replace, like, I want to replace our Berserker with something useful. I feel like a heavy might be that useful thing. An old hound. Or we could get another assault. You can never, I mean, you can honestly never go wrong with assault units. You can never go wrong with that. Ah, Virus eats Wilp. Oh my god, then it makes a lot more sense now. Like, so here's the thing. Okay, this actually pairs well with Priest then. Because I never understood why Priests used Virus weapons, but also I never understood how to make good use of a Priest, because if you want to mind control, like, enemy willpower is just too high to do that normally, so I'm like, how the hell are you supposed to do this? So it makes a lot more sense now. So you eat away at the willpower first with Virus and all that, and then you do your mind control. That makes a lot of sense. Again, lots of things that work together, but the game does not do a very good job at describing how these things work exactly. But that said, I don't know, do I want a heavy? Thinking I might want a heavy. Because, well, I am finding the advanced rocket launcher works pretty good. I guess there is also, well, hold up. So there is also the matter of, we can't mutate a mercenary, right? And to save on equipment, I might want to use some of my mutagens to just, like, to just mutate a dude. And, I think that's why I went with the Berserker last time, was because I could easily mutate him, and then that was just his armor. So, okay, before we do that, let's see, what personnel could we recruit and then mutate? Okay, there's no one available for a day, so, I guess the next day, when that rolls around? But we're just at the start of the current day, so that's gonna be a while, and we might need to go on a mission before then, so... Okay, we could also try to recruit, like, we could recruit a heavy from this Jericho base over here. That could work out. Let me save, because time is always ticking away. Yeah, I will say, like, I do need to figure how to kind of make better use of, like, status effects and stuff, because I am finding that, especially for the larger Pandorans, like, it's really hard to just outright kill them, you know? It's hard to even disable them. Like, the advanced rocket launcher is pretty good at, in one mission, I had two guys, like, two heavies with quick aim and advanced rocket launchers, and I basically blew the Scylla's cannon arm off in one turn, and, or I disabled it in a turn, or, like, one or two turns. And that made it a lot easier, but it's hard to line that up, you know? And I'm finding that while just outright killing the normal Pandorans is kind of the way to go, the big ones like the Scylla, it's hard to just kill them, or even to just disable them. So, yeah, I guess going for their willpower, that might be the way to do it. But I gotta mess around with that more to figure out the best way to go about it. Ooh, this guy's expensive. Ryder, Crusher, Hawthorne. So, okay, yeah, this dude costs 830 materials. That is a lot. and 950 food. Like, he is super expensive. I feel like he's probably not going to be worth it either. Like, he's probably not that good, right? But yeah, I am noticing that even with like even if with the really good explosives and stuff, it's just like when a Scylla is on the field, it is so hard for me to deal with that. So hard to deal with it. And I think I gotta look at like alternative means of handling that kind of thing. Which actually then maybe we want, well, I guess I do have a priest, right? I have a infiltrator, or they are a priest / sniper. So I guess we have a priest on this team. So we don't want another one. Now let's see, maybe this heavy is a little cheaper, hopefully. He is cheaper, but like, so okay, so he's cheaper, but still he's gonna cost like all my materials, and the food and tech is nothing, but he's gonna cost like all my materials. That's a lot. So I don't know that I wanna do that. Like the heavy that was available at the marketplace over here, he wasn't too bad, right? Yeah, he's only 479 materials. That's very workable right there. So you know what? Let's go with him. All right, and deploy him to Logistics B. All right, now I should probably send this thing out to do more trading. But let's take a look at our new guy. Like, he was significantly cheaper, so is there a downside then? Deladier Iron Chewer. Oh boy, we gotta change the color on that. We already have one dude who's like bright red, so can we please, like, oh man, can we please give them a less eye gouging color, maybe? They can keep their secondary color, but like, there we go, that's better. Alright, so why was this unit so cheap? Let's see. So I guess first off, they're using a Grom autocannon, which isn't very impressive. Their weapon choices, like, this is one of the weaker heavy weapons, I think, right? Also, wait, does this use... Like, this is for the tier autocannon. They need Grom ammo, right? Like right? Well, good thing is I have another armor-piercing rocket launcher, so I can give him that. So, okay, let me do a fair comparison here. So the Grom autocannon, it does 90 times 2, so it does 180 damage if both hits land, and then it does 180 shock, 17 effective range. So compared to the Phoenix cannon, so that does a 3. Okay, so the damage is the same. It does the same damage. The Phoenix autocannon does less shock damage, but it does 5 shred. This does not shred. Okay. Yeah, so the Grom doesn't shred, which I gotta be honest, that immediately makes it a little less desirable to me. I appreciate armor shredding from my heavies. Alright, and then the actual armor, let's take a look at that. So the actual armor is on the light side. I think. Think it's on the light side. It's like 23, 24, 22. -1, only -1 speed. I think most heavy armor does -2 in total. So yeah, you're not stealthy. Accuracy takes a hit. Like not ideal by any means. Also, let me make another med kit. Like to have plenty of those on hand. Oh, they can't carry it. Too heavy. Too heavy. So yeah, I'd like to do a comparison of like the amount of armor that you get for this, right? Like how does that compare to other heavy armors? Let's take a look. Who's a heavy? I need a heavy to compare. Like Smooth Jazz over here, who's wearing standard Phoenix gear. So yeah, standard Phoenix gear is way better. Yeah. So standard Phoenix, their heavy armor is significantly better. But it's better, but it does slow you down a little more, I think. Yeah, it slows you down a little bit more, but it's I honestly think that it might, like with heavies, it might be a good idea to put them in sniper gear just because the accuracy bonus. Which I've said my piece about mixing and matching armor and all that before, and my piece is just that I'm not against it, but like I play for the aesthetics, a little bit of the role play, and to me it just feels weird to have a dude in like, I don't know, like a big bulky assault chest piece and then like tiny little legs, sniper legs or what. Like, to me, I don't like to mix and match too much because it makes the units look weird, and I do actually care about that. Like, I know, but what I am willing to do is just to, like, put a heavy in full sniper armor or, assault armor or whatever. I'm willing to do that. That's not mixing and, like, that's only mixing and matching functions, right? That I'm okay with, and I honestly find that the new Jericho sniper gear I honestly think it's pretty good. Like, it slows you down, but it gives you good accuracy. The armor is actually pretty decent. It's almost assault level armor. But then you get that nice accuracy bonus, so I really like it. But yeah, for now, I guess for now, we have a heavy to replace the Berserker that we lost, and that's the important thing. They're not as good as they could be, but they're something. Alright, the Aurora is ready to go again. Yeah, we still, our planes are still going around refreshing from all of the behemoth attacks. I need to actually get my aircraft over here, right? I can't... I have to have an aircraft there to trade.
Research complete.
And we got Project Osiris. So the Pandorans use the Oniric Delirium to tap into our consciousness and partially replicate it. At first we assumed that they could only access information stored in our genes. However, subsequent encounters with Revenants determined that they retained memories of their former lives. Furthermore, we have evidence that the act of remembering triggers an emotional response in them. All this leads us to conclude that the Oniric Delirium taps into a variety of data streams or information centers of the infected. It's a process that we cannot even begin to understand, even as it puts into question our basic notions of consciousness. Nevertheless, we have managed to extract some practical applications from our research into Revenants. We believe we are now capable of sometimes saving critically wounded operatives by giving them new artificial bodies. So I guess what that means is that every now and then you can, like, a unit that dies won't actually die, but will instead be, I mean, this is implying that they're going to be replaced by, like, full mutant or full cyborg, I guess. I mean, either way, it's a chance that, you know, you can salvage them, so that's nice. Alright, so let's see, what's the tech trade here? 9 for 2, not all that great. Not all that great. I don't want to waste too much food on it, but I want a little tech here. Alright. Let's see, what's the trade here? Okay, I think I'm just gonna send Helios 9 around. I'm just gonna send it around to do a little material trading. I think we need that. 4 food for 6 materials. That's yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, like 4 food for 6 materials. I mean, that's yeah, great trade. I love that trade. What are we researching right now? Advanced laser tech. You know what? I am wondering, maybe we do want to research, like, so we have advanced acid weapons, well, acid weapons general, then we have advanced viral weapons. It's shared research. Yes, like, oh my god. I've just been sitting on those. I thought, okay, so it's shared research, right? I thought you still had to actually give it time. I've just been sitting on that. Oh my god. I feel real dumb now. It's okay. We're learning. Okay, so advanced viral weapons. So, okay, what does that give us? That gives us the Subjugator, a Disciples virus sniper rifle. So it's single shot, 8 virus, 50 damage, 20 piercing. So the actual damage on that is pretty sad. Like, the actual damage is kind of sad. But the virus is nice. I need to look into how exactly that works, but you know, nice. Oh god, man, I've been sitting on so much research I could have had this whole time. All right, well, acid weapons. So that gives an acid handgun and an acid grenade. Again, I need to look at the primer for how these damage types work exactly. Shredding technology development. Oh no, okay, see that one actually needs to like, they have to put the time in on that one. Yeah, that's not an instant one there. Okay, so it's not always instant. Like, I put in for Project Domovoy, and like, yeah, that doesn't go in. Yeah, so it's not always instant. All right. Venom crossbow. So is it virus or poison? So 50. Okay, so it's a Synedrian poison crossbow. Does 50 damage, 40 poison. Now I feel like that is just a straight upgrade to the crossbow, right? I'm gonna need to do a little comparison, but it's 50-40 damage and poison. Can we get the better medical nanites? Nice. Okay, so med bay healing at bases is increased by 50% and plus 20 in battle. Cool. Can we just get the command fortress now? Okay, no, not yet. Though I will say soldier recruitment costs being decreased by 50%. You know, I'm at a point where I could, yeah, like, I could use that. I could most certainly use that. But, not immediately. It's going on the list. Let's see, I'll put it a little higher on the list, but, yeah, put it right there. Like, Like after we get the advanced laser tech, I think. Alright, so now, yeah, we have advanced acid tech. Acid weapon efficiency increased by 20%. Okay, but man, we were just sitting on a bunch of stuff. So we have an infiltrator that has biochemist as their thing. So biochemist does affect poison, I think, right? So that would make the like that. Ooh, okay, that'd be pretty nice. But okay, this does 50 and then 40. So what does the standard? So the standard does 60 damage. And that's honestly, that's not a huge difference. That's really actually not a huge difference, and considering that, you know, this gives you, you know, it gives you a hit of poison too. I'll make at least one. At least one. Alright, but yeah, let's see. I want to check the Phoenixpedia, because I want to look up how some of these damage types work exactly. So for poison, okay, if a weapon inflicts at least some standard damage, so it doesn't have to like fully pierce then. So if it does any normal damage, then the poison damage value of the weapon is added to the target's current poison level. Poison can accumulate from multiple stacks. At the start of the affected character's turn... Oh my god, I just realized. Hold up. I just realized. So this is cumulative. And if you have a dude, like if you have an infiltrator that gets a bonus to the poison damage, and an infiltrator can easily, like they can easily shoot their crossbow bolt like 4 times in one turn. 3 or 4 times in a turn, easily, if they're positioned well. And like if you're doing over 40 poison damage with each bolt, that's gonna stack up real fast. Like that's actually pretty good. Alright, so if the poison value, okay, so let's see. At the start of the affected character's turn, poison value is subtracted from general hit points. Then the poison level reduces by 10. Over multiple turns, the poison level will fall to 0, but the victim may die if hit points reaches 0 first, of course. So actually, that's pretty nice. Yeah, so the poison goes down, but like, man, that's pretty nice. And then acid. But it seems like for poison, you like if even 1 point of damage gets through their armor, then you will poison them. So okay. And then acid damage. Weapon with acid damage will add the damage value to the acid level of the hit body part. Acid can accumulate on body parts if they are hit multiple times with acid damage. The start of a character's turn, acid eats away at the body part. First, the body part's armor is affected and reduced by the acid value. If there's no armor left on the body part, then the damage is applied to body part hit points and general hit points. After all acid damage is resolved, the acid value on each body part will reduce by 10. Okay, so... So yeah, okay, so acid will, like, it will damage the target directly. It will. But it has to eat through the armor on the body part first. So it's, I mean, honestly, it's like a more intense version of Shred then, basically. Like it's like Shred if the damage lingered and also did damage to the general health pool too, once the armor's gone. So I see the value in acid. And then we got virus damage. Okay, so if it inflicts at least some standard damage, the virus damage of the weapon is added to the target's virus value. Virus damage can accumulate. At the start of the affected character's turn, its virus value is subtracted from will points. Then the virus level reduces by 1. Over multiple turns, the virus level will fall to 0, but the victim will panic if his will. Wait, it's a 1-to-1. Like at the start of the affected turn, the virus value is subtracted from will point. Like, so okay, like I know the Pandorans, they generally have a lot more willpower than a normal guy, right? But like okay, so we have both a virus shotgun and a virus sniper rifle, right? Let me take a look at the like what did those do again exactly? Is the Redeemer is the virus rifle, so that does 4 bursted by 3. So basically it does 12, right? So it does, like, if all hits land, then it does 12 virus. The Subjugator deals 8 virus damage in 1 shot. So yeah, with the sniper, you would be virusing them for 8 points. And then yeah, and then the shotgun would be 12, and oh man. Yeah, I can easily see how if you have multiple, like one guy, right? One guy could potentially disable an enemy, but I imagine if you had multiple guys on your team with virus weapons, I imagine you could drain the willpower out of even a strong Pandoran. You could do it pretty quickly. So I am seeing the benefit to it now. Like, now that I kind of have a better idea of what exactly virus does and how it works. And I mean, the same goes for poison and all the other stuff. Like when you have an idea of how it works, it things start clicking in my head now. So can I have another quick complaint then? Oh wait, hold up. The acid pistol. So it only does 10 damage, but yeah, only 10 damage, but it does 10 acid and it bursts 5. So if acid has to, you still have to deal some standard damage though, right? Like you still do have to get through the armor at least a little bit, I think. I'll double check that, but yeah, like that'd be like 50 acid damage, and yeah, like if you applied that multiple times in one round, as it were, yeah, that could eat armor pretty damn fast. But I think the issue is that it has to actually, like, it has to do damage though. It has to penetrate through at least a little bit, right? But I think for right now, well, hold up. We do have that one priest on the team. The subjugator would be nice for him, right? Like the subjugator would be better than what he has now for if I want to do any mind controlling. Though honestly, I mean, the shotgun, right? The Redeemer, like that does yeah, that does more virus damage if you manage to actually, yeah, if you manage to actually hit with it, then that would work out better. We do actually have a Redeemer already, so I don't even have to make anything for that. So okay. I guess I could give him 2 weapons, right? He could alternate between the sniper rifle and, like, the normal sniper rifle and the Redeemer. He could alternate as needed, I suppose. But I think, yeah, I think for the crossbow, I honestly think that yeah, like, it's still 50 damage is still decent. So I think the poison crossbow is the better weapon, I think. Like, I think I want all of my infiltrators to have that. It just makes a little more sense, I think. Like the normal crossbow that does 60 damage, but it doesn't have any additional effects, you know. And 60 damage it's nice, but it's nothing amazing. I think the stacking poison damage, you'd get more mileage out of that. So I'll put 2 of those on the list. And now I really need more materials again. Ugh. Because I'm gonna have to make ammo too. Oh. But quick double check. When it comes to acid, you do have to do standard damage, right? Weapon with acid damage will add the... Oh no, you don't. You don't, yeah, it looks like you don't actually have to deal any standard damage, so you can... So if you use the acid pistol, right? Man, I feel like I feel like my mind has just been expanded today. So, okay, so like, where's the acid pistol, the sanctifier. So, yeah, you don't need to deal any damage in order for the acid to apply. So this weapon, yeah, it's a burst weapon. Burst of 5. So, yeah, if every hit in the burst lands, like if you get really close and use this, you could deal 50 acid, like you could stack 50 acid in one turn. And this is the type of weapon that it's very easy to hit multiple times. Like a sniper with gunslinger can shoot 3 times for 1 point. So like a good sniper with good accuracy, they could potentially apply hundreds of acid damage in 1 turn, and like literally enough acid damage to melt like a Scylla's body armor in 1 turn, right? Like to melt like the armor off of, say, their cannons or something. Like, you know, they're an important part that you want to destroy. Yeah, this could be really good. Like, this could be really good. So I think it would be in our best interest to at least try the acid handgun. Like, at least see how it works out. But yeah, I'm starting to see now how things like virus and acid and poison, I'm starting to see how you can make good use of it now. It's just, at first I wasn't seeing it, and I think, I don't know, I think the thing about this game is that it, and I think we've said it before even, is that this game kind of does a bad job at really explaining how its mechanics kind of are supposed to work together. Like, it's one thing when the game, like, whenever you research a new thing or you see a thing in action, like, the game will generally give you a little brief summary of how it works. It's one thing for the game to say, oh, poison damage, it stacks and does the damage. But, like, if you don't have a poison weapon, or you don't, like, you know, it kind of leaves your mind until you actually have something where you can capitalize on that. And the same goes for, like, acid damage. I mean, I think I first saw acid damage and I was like, oh, so it's like shred, right? And I didn't quite fully understand how effective it could be. And I guess the same goes for, like, I don't know, for virus, right? Like, okay, virus, it lowers enemy willpower. But so here's the thing, like, I think the first time I saw, like the first time I got the explanation of virus weapons, I didn't even have a priest unit. So, like, there's not, like, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of reason for me to want to wear down their willpower to, like, do something. But even then, it's like, well, okay, not having any willpower, what does that do to a Pandoran? Like, how does that affect them? And the game doesn't, yeah, like, the game doesn't really explain that, so... Like, I think the thing is that a lot of the systems of this game, in a vacuum, it's difficult to understand what they're going for, and you only really understand when you step back and you look at everything as a whole, right? So like, oh, virus damage, it lowers their willpower. Okay, what do I do with that? And like in a vacuum, yeah, it doesn't look very impressive, but then you think about the things you can do with it, how that can cripple the enemies. Like when you put it all together, then it starts to make sense. But the game does a very horrible job of putting things, like it doesn't really put anything together for you. You just have to figure all this out. I think that's a little bit of a little bit of a misstep, if you will. Alright, so I'm still gonna run around just trading as much as I can possibly trade. Ooh, another 4 for 6. I'll take it. The Chimera is back at its home base there. Alright. I should also work on making more mist repellers, I think. Oh, hey, look at that. Synedrian is, they're making some mist repellers of their own. I wonder, are all their bases capable of that, or... I don't know, they just sort of do things on their own. Also, I think, so Synedrian is the only ones that, like, they're the only faction that make mist repellers, right? Like, as far as I know, the other factions, like, Jericho and the Disciples, they don't make their own mist repellers, right? And I guess I could see why the Disciples don't, right? I could kind of see why they don't have their own things, but like why? Yeah, I guess it's like, why wouldn't the... I feel like New Jericho would be all about the mist repellers, right? Like that feels like a technology that they would most certainly invest in because it works. But I guess it's only Synedrian. All right, Helios still deploying. Aurora modules repair. I will say I do wish that like the little info stuff, I wish it would stay on the screen longer because it's very easy to miss things. Alright, trade. Okay. I feel like we're good now. Yeah, 500, like almost 600 tech and 800 materials. That's feeling pretty good. And we're gonna need to make ammo for some of these weapons, so. Production complete. Okay, the energy generator is back online. Crew is rested up again. Alright. So now, I mean, here's one question is, so we have a heavy over here now, right? Which, let's go ahead and put him on the Helios. One of the Helioses. So yeah, at Phoenix Logistics B, 2 people are currently just chilling over there. So Helios 7 is full. So Miss Meeseeks here, let's put her on the other Helios. And we got Iron Chewer. Alright. Easier to look through here. So what I'm wondering is, we maybe want to replace the gear on this one. Oh, it's worthless scrap metal. But yeah, the problem with this particular heavy armor is it doesn't actually provide that much protection. So yeah, like the main issue with this armor here. Yeah, main issue I want to say is it gives like, yeah, it gives -4, it's -10, -14. It gives -14% accuracy and -1 speed. And I would be cool with that if the protection value was good, but the protection value is terrible. It provides, like, if you don't have anything else, then it's better than nothing at all. But, and I don't think I have any extra armor sitting around. I got some priest armor. But yeah, this stuff doesn't really. Yeah, it like the accuracy hit is the big thing, right? Like I don't want to suffer a speed and accuracy hit for 24 armor on the body piece. You know, that's terrible. Like let's do some comparison here. So like the Jericho assault or the Jericho heavy armor, right? 40. You get 24 from the other one. This gives 40, 35, 33. Like that is actually pretty decent. That's a decent amount of armor right there. It's a decent amount of armor, and I think it has less of an accuracy penalty too. Has a perception penalty, which isn't, that's not great, but otherwise it's fine. I mean, hell, the new Jericho assault armor, I think that's the same level. Yeah, this is about the same level of protection. So the Jericho assault armor, right? The standard assault troop armor, that has, like, it has no accuracy penalty. So it doesn't give you accuracy, but you don't lose accuracy either. And it actually gives you a speed bump too. It gives you a +1 to your speed. So yeah, you don't suffer any hits to anything you need. The armor, it gives the same amount of armor as the junk heavy armor, and you're a little faster too. Like I see no. I gotta be honest, the Jericho assault armor, I see no downsides. The sniper armor is pretty good too. I like the sniper armor a lot too. Like the Jericho sniper armor, the armor value is actually, it's almost on par with assault gear, with like normal Phoenix or Synedrian assault gear. It's basically on par with that. But it also gives you an accuracy bonus. I mean, it gives you a speed down. You're slower, right? It makes you slower, but like, yeah, you get nice accuracy, and the armor value is fine. I guess maybe the tech armor actually, like maybe I should use the technician armor more, because like, yeah, the technician armor, I mean, look at that. It's got 25 armor on all body parts. It has a little accuracy bonus on all parts. It does have a -2 speed, so that's the penalty. But actually, that's not bad. I think I'm gonna go with the assault body armor, and I like all that. I like having extra speed. I like the good armoring on it, and I like that. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of reason not to use it, so there we go. And now I'm in, now I want to trade some more. I think gonna be a lot of trading to be done here. I also want to make some more secondary modules, so yeah, more hazard protection vests, clarity helmets, goo repellers, just a couple more of those, just a couple more. I might also want some poison vests. I believe I researched an anti-poison vest. The trauma response. So the trauma response one, it makes you poison resistant and paralysis resistant too. So that one, I could see that one being pretty useful. I'll add like 2 to the list. I might want to make some night vision too. A little bit of that. The good thing about all these little modules is that they're all really fast. Like they all produce in 1 hour, so you're not wasting a ton of time to make them. So okay, we have some some stuff on our manufacturing. We're researching advanced laser tech, and we're doing that so that we can get better stuff for our planes. All right. Let's see. The Helios 7. Okay. We gotta have better names for these damn things. Especially if I start getting more Helioses, it's gonna get confusing. So let's start renaming some of these things. So Helios 7. I don't know. That can be. We just need something, some kind of name to set it apart, right? So Helios 7 can be. I don't know. The helium. No, too close. I don't know. Look, we need a name. So this is the go fast mobile. Oh wait, I just realized all the names are in capital letters, aren't they? Yeah, they're all caps. So go fast mobile. You gotta shout it when you say it. And then Helios 9 can be the kinda fast mobile. I don't know. Like, yeah, again, I am failing for names, but it's just we want it to be something other than the default so that it's easier to pick it out when I'm trying to like manage a huge fleet of aircrafts. So this can be the kinda fast mobile. All right. Manticore 8 still doesn't have a name. I don't know. We have Manticore Prime, right? So this can be I don't know. We got Manticore Prime. How about Manticore free shipping? There you go. Again, it's just to differentiate between things so I don't get confused and lost here. And then our Tiamat, we only have one Tiamat. So I don't know. I don't really see myself getting more of these things. God, what can we call this? I don't know. How about, there you go. It's the Goodyear blimp. For some reason, when I read this, I don't read Goodyear, even though I wrote it. I read Goody Ear. I may be dyslexic. I don't know. Okay. All right. So now all of our planes have. They all have actual names now. Yay. Is there any trading we can do with these guys? Because these guys are actually like, they haven't been doing anything. Also, some of them can level up. Ooh, acid resistance. I mean, that would be nice. You never know when you're gonna have acid thrown on you. You just never know. Ooh, overwatching twice? Yes, please. Okay. So I think we can trade for materials here, right? Yeah. And tech. Manticore Prime, rearmed. Ooh. What do we got? Oh, cool, it's right here. We can get to that no problem. No problems. Though, I will say, our Synedrian faction is getting a little low. I mean, I can't control who comes under attack, you know? I guess what I could do though. So like, I guess what I could do is, if my faction standing is getting a little too good with one of them, I guess I could actually take the sabotage mission, right? So yeah, I guess I could take the sabotage mission, and I mean, like, that would just sort of even the faction standing out a little bit more, I guess. Alright, let me let's save. New recruits available. Marketplace has new stock. Well, let's take a look. Who we got? Who's available? Because it is a good idea to have. It's a good idea to have some backup plans, you know. A berserker, a technician, a sniper. Well, it only costs 292 food, right? It's only 292 food. Well, okay, before I do anything, this base over here, we don't have a lot of guys at Phoenix Omega, right? Like, I think Phoenix Omega is a little light on personnel. So what we could do is we could recruit some people for that base, you know? A berserker, like, all you really need is some mutagens, right? It's all you need. So which oh my god, like, this is the problem when you have so many bases. I wish it was a little easier. Like, I mean, I guess if you know the number of your base, then it's fine, but if you don't know the number of the base offhand, it's a little bit tricky to and also, okay, it was Phoenix Omega, right? Phoenix Omega, that's it, base number 7. Okay. So base number 7. Wait, no, that base number 7 is Sumral Memorial Base. Omega is base number 4. What? What? I'm gonna have to double check that in a minute. Alright, we could get another I gotta be honest, technicians are actually pretty good. I'm seeing the value. I see the great value in technicians now. I really do. So okay, yeah, we're fleshing out our ranks a little bit more. Now these guys won't be ready to go, like, they won't be combat ready for quite some time, but it's a start. It's a start. Alright, trade up for all them delicious, juicy materials. And a little more tech. Just put me over 500. That's all I want. Okay, so I'm down to 185 food, but we do this mission and it'll pump my numbers back up again. Oh, hey there, Arthur. The day's going all right. It's a little slow. I'm a little headachy, but it's an all right day. I've been learning many lessons about strategy and tactics in Phoenix Point today. Learned many a thing. We'll see how all that applies, but and also the moment a Scylla pops out, it's just, well, guess we're all dead now. Let's see. Okay, the armor is producing. Research is researching. I think if I get advanced laser tech, that should open up a new research so that I can, like, there's supposed to be like one more weapon for the planes, and it's a pretty good one. But you need like a lot of advanced tech from multiple factions, and I think that's the last one I need. And then we'll have like some kind of weird long-range laser thing that should help with taking down the flyers when they're back in play again. Is the behemoth still out? It says it's roaming the land. Okay. Yeah, the behemoth is out, but it's not doing anything. So we have a while until the behemoth becomes a threat again. Yeah, no, I have learned a lot, and I will say that if I were to start all over again and to try to do it better, I would definitely have an easier time of another run. Definitely. I definitely did some things that have only wasted time, but learning process. Okay, the Manticore is back at home base, and that's gonna chill over there. All right. So this is an extreme threat. Oh boy, that means there's probably gonna be a Scylla in there, right? So okay, extreme threat. It's at night. But if we pull it off, we get a little bit of food, a little bit of tech, lots of materials. So before I go in to do anything, let me just make sure I have everyone on the team that I want to be on the team. And that they're equipped in the way that I want them equipped. So we got a heavy that also has the piercing rocket launcher. We have a La Expendable here, which let's try out the new stuff, right? Let's try out them new weapons. So yeah, the standard crossbow, 60 damage, cool. This is 50 damage, but it does 40 poison damage, and I think that poison damage will I think that'll come out better. Oh, it has one less shot too. Yeah, it's not just that it does that. It's one less shot that it has. So that's a little unfortunate. But entirely workaroundable. I don't think they really need a fire grenade. So there you go. You got plenty ammo. Well, you got 4, 8, 6. Yeah, probably got enough shots for a mission. Probably. Oh, dismantle. Haven't heard of that one, Arthur. I mean, though that experience of like, oh, never finish, but you know, each time you go a little bit deeper. That's kind of how my experience with Phoenix Point has gone. Like every time I attempt Phoenix Point, I always seem like I hit a state where the game is doomed, but I learn and I come back and get a little further the next time. Hopefully this is, I'm hoping that this is going to be the run, you know? I'm hoping this will be the one where we actually do it, but we'll see about that. Alright, so now we have a poison crossbow user. Oh, one sec. Let me, the wife shouts. All right, the wife needs aid. The cats, they are aggressively cuddly today. So I'll be right back. All right, be right back. All right, I return. The cats are very clingy lately. So every now and then, just gotta handle that. Hmm. Ah. I'll have to look up Dismantle after the stream. I do like. Here's the thing. I have a bit of a mixed history with like zombie survival games. I mean, like weirdly enough, I never really got into Project Zomboid, but then I love State of Decay 2. I just love that game. Like I don't know, it's weird. Like some zombie survival games I can get into, others I just hate, and it's never really clear why. It's just what vibes well with me. But I'll take a look into it. Alright, let's see, before I pop this, like, I want to do all of our upgrading and get everyone kind of, like, ready where they need to be, which, going back to our heavy here, yeah, the tank doesn't level, but going to our heavy, can I give them anything that would make, like, that would make them a little bit more effective in combat? Boom Blast. Let's see. It's 4 will points. The AP cost of handheld rocket and grenade launchers reduced by 1. I think that would apply to this, but see, the thing is, quick aim also would apply to that, right? Pretty sure. Although Boom Blast, not only does it not hurt your accuracy, but it also it makes your range even better. But I don't know that we'll make use of that. Skirmisher, nah. Feel like just more will points and or strength is probably just the way to go with this one. Feel like probably that's the way to go. Yeah, okay, so will points or strength points. Strength is more HP. Will points, though, I think will points help you to not get mind controlled, I think, but don't quote me on that. I mean, it helps you to not panic either way, so that's something. I'll go with the strength, just more HP. And this character, more speed would be good, but not totally necessary in the moment. Their will points, I mean, for what I need them to do, their will points are fine. Yeah, I'll go with strength, just because health, you know? Can never go wrong with more health. Oh man, a game where you just, man, Arthur, where you just die over and over and come back. I will say, one of my problem with a lot of zombie survival type games is a lot of them tend to go with the kind of roguelike approach of you die and then, well, that's just it, game over. Well, I guess in that way it's not even roguelike, it's just you die, you get 1 life, and then the game's over. Like, that's kind of one of the reasons I think I didn't quite get into Project Zomboid was, interesting ideas, but the idea of spending a large amount of time on a map and then you just die for a dumb reason and whoop, it's all over, game's over, everything you did's gone. That doesn't settle too well with me. Like, yeah, State of Decay 2, right? That has permanent character death, but you control multiple characters in that game. So, like, it sucks when one guy dies, but then you just control a different guy, and you can recover from that, you know? But the one and done, not quite my thing, and that's, yeah, my only problem is a lot of zombie games do that. So if it doesn't work that way, that's an immediate positive for me. So yeah, like so basically it's a more traditional, like, survival crafter type of thing then, I assume. which I like those. Those are fun to me. They're not for everyone, but I like them. Alright, so let's see. This guy, he's got... Okay, he's got an armor-piercing rocket launcher. That's good. He's got Rage Burst, Rapid Clearance, Onslaught, Kill and Run. What will help me the most here? Shooting 5 times in a wide arc. I wonder if that applies to the rocket launcher. I mean, I would honestly though that would be a horribly inefficient way to use it, because you want to aim for specific body parts, so that would actually wouldn't be a whole lot of reason to do that. And okay, Onslaught. Now that's one I could. It's basically just you're transferring 2 action points to a different character, and I can see the value in that. But it's one of those things where it's hard to kind of make it work, you know? I'll take Kill and Run for now. Kill and Run, and then just more health. Can never go wrong with more health. Okay, we got Elaine on this team, too. Does she have Biochemist? No, that's Lab Assistant. But I will give her more HP. So these are both pretty good snipers here. Moriko only has a standard handgun. Like, I don't want to take... Yeah, I do not want to take the neural pistol. I don't want to take that off of Elaine here. Yeah, I don't want to take that off Elaine, but though I do think she could probably get rid, like, she doesn't need to have all that on her. Wait, does she have a... Okay, that's ammo. Alright, so that works out. So I think for Moriko, because she only has a standard handgun, and I don't even have another stun pistol, right? I don't have another stun pistol, so I'll give Moriko the Disciples Acid handgun. There we go. So now Moriko not only has a good rifle to snipe with, although that's just a basic one. It's just a basic Gauss sniper rifle. It's not even like the really nice one, right? Yeah, it's not even the nice one. So let's swap that out. There we go. Now she's got the nice rifle. So she's got the armor-piercing rifle and an armor-melting handgun. And then Elaine over here has a stunning pistol and a laser sniper, which it's lighter on the damage. It doesn't pierce armor, but it has very nice effective range. Like it's a weapon that you can hit from a very large distance with. So that's kind of the advantage to that. All right, so I think they're all good. They're all about as equipped out as they need to be. Everyone that is on that team. So let me save, and then then let's defend New Jericho and hope that they didn't bring one of the really big heavies along. I see, Arthur. One of those kind of... It's always interesting when there's a game that's kind of survival focused, but it doesn't make you like you don't have to eat or drink or anything like that. I know that some people don't like those sorts of mechanics, but I do. I like it when you have to eat and drink and sleep and all that. It's just there's ways to do that where it isn't like a constant annoyance, but it's just like, no, this is a stat you have to be mindful of, but it's not Like, you don't have to, like, do lots of clicking or anything. It's just... I like it when a game is like, okay, your character's hungry. If you have food in your inventory, you'll just automatically eat the food, right? And, you know, you'll automatically drink the water. And, you know, sleep, okay, well, you have to manually sleep, but, you know, make it so that, oh, make it so your character can stay awake multiple days, or make it so that you have to sleep every night, but it's sort of an event. Like, there's ways to do these sorts of things where it doesn't feel bad. But I know a lot of people are just soured against survival mechanics in general, and I get it. I get it. Alright, let's go help them out. So, yep, 8 slots, full team. Everybody's, their health is good. When I actually look at our loadout here, I do notice that we're a little snipe heavy. little snipe heavy, but that's fine. Oh, we're snipe heavy and heavy. Got 2 heavies on the team. But I'm excited to actually try these things out. I'm excited to make use of the poison crossbow and the acid pistol. Like, I'm excited to make use of these things. I hope they work out the way that I think they'll work out. Oh man, that. So Arthur, when you camp, that makes the zombies respawn. That is kind of very Dark Souls. that is very Souls-like. I mean, one thing I'll say, when I was playing State of Decay 2, one thing that was kind of annoying is that the zombies just spawn constantly all the time, everywhere, and it was frustrating. Well, they might not have a Scylla. Usually they don't put 2 big guys on the same... Like, they don't put a Scylla and other big guys on the same mission. For now, anyway. But yeah, like with State of Decay 2, it was very frustrating that you would, like, you'd just be walking around and zombies would sometimes, they would literally spawn behind you. Like, man, that was the biggest problem with that game, if I'm being honest, was the way that zombies spawned. And yeah, it's because they spawned in such a way that, like, basically just, even if you stood completely still, zombies would always spawn within like a 10-foot radius of you, just non-stop. And it felt immersion breaking, honestly. Like, it was such an intense spawn that it was distracting. So yeah, I don't have a great shot like this, but I mean, do I need a great shot? Oh wait, actually, you know what? I could just use my tank, right? Are we directly in the path of the... I wonder what my chance to hit like this would be. I mean, you don't know till you try, right? I mean, weapons have effective ranges, my friend, and like, will this land? I don't know. It feels like that would be way too far away, right? Like, I feel like that would be too far, and it's not gonna go through. So, like, I'll jump a little closer. See, I don't like that it still says that you can't see it. It's like, well, what does that mean? Come on. Oh wow, it's actually really easy to paralyze that guy. Then I mean, if it's that easy, right? if it's that easy, yeah, I guess just do a stun takedown then, I guess. So I can't stun it in one, like I can't stun it in this round, right? Like my pistol's not. It might actually make it. You know what? Like at 7 stun damage a hit. No, it's not quite enough yet. Hubris is overtaking me. It's that won't work out. But what I maybe want to do is jet jumping up onto a building might be a good idea, or
Ready, willing, and able. Yeah.
we do have our infiltrator too. I gotta think about where are the Pandorans going to be coming from exactly. Also, we have structures to protect. Where are the structures that we need to protect? Where are they? I don't see them. Yeah, where's the structures to protect? It says key structures. Where are the key structures at? Is that a key structure? I don't know. Let's pull a lane over here. I just want to like get a better vantage point. Oh crap. Ah shit, they got a Scylla. Ah shit. Okay. Well, I mean, the good thing is I don't need to actually bring one in alive anymore. You know? There is that. It's a melee Scylla too, so it's not, you know, not the worst. Okay. Costs 3 points to jet jump like that. Okay. Well, I don't want to waste all my points on a jet jump.
Rolling out.
Yeah. So now we got we got the real big boy over here. So I kind of have to focus on taking that down. I think a quick aim with it, like, quick aim normally makes you so inaccurate. It's hard to hit anything at a long distance, but the rocket launcher is super accurate. Okay, so what do we want to take down on this guy? We have to go for an individual part. Oh, it's laggy because it's so far away and there's so much special effects happening. Wait, we're using the right weapon, right? Yeah. Okay, so the smasher arms is that's probably what you want to go for, but if you can reduce its mobility, that kind of works out just the same. You know? Like if you can remove its ability to move, that works too. So I'm gonna try to punch out its limbs. So now I'm actually pretty happy that I brought 2 heavies along. I'm pretty happy about that now. Let's jet jump over here. We're gonna have to help out. I have to help out.
Check this out.
Oh man, the way his body was twisting was great. Okay.
Ready.
Ooh, we could maybe make use of Moriko now.
I can make a difference.
Also, I don't know, like, let's try this out.
Let me see.
Oh wait, we kind of decided that we were gonna capture that one, right? We're capturing that one, not killing it. Right. Kinda forgot about that. So that was a bit of a wasted shot. Little bit. Okay, I can't deploy a decoy here. Let's get a little closer. But Moriko, so yeah, Moriko has the acid pistol, and I would like to make use of the acid pistol because that eats armor, right? So let's try it out.
Ready to engage.
Now, it is a little tricky to actually hit the damn thing from this range, but still possible. I can put some shred on my projectile, too. So yeah, I can put a little shred on it. I mean, the acid already is going to have that effect, but... No, I don't want to lose too much willpower. What did my gun hit exactly? I'm not even sure which part is suffering from acid damage right now. But yeah, just pump it full of acid and see how that works out. This is gonna get messy. Oh look! Oh man, look at that! They got the flamethrower. That guy is so fucking dead. You don't even know how dead he is. He's trying his best. But he is so dead. Oh wow, he survived a hit. Ooh. Ooh, it's got a stunning scream. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything to the tank. Not really. Oh, there's more. There's more Pandorans over there. So yeah, no, that guy I still stand by it. He is fucked. Ooh, they got a, is that a sniper? I don't think so. Didn't do a whole lot. Yeah, the tank is fine. The tank is doing all right. Oh, we got siren. We got sirens. So mind control. Oh, they got Moriko. Honestly, that's probably one of the better units they could have mind controlled. All right. So yeah, I do not want to get too close to that thing. I really fucking don't.
Moving to position.
I'm here.
So expendable. Let's see. So they do have quite a bit of, they got quite a bit of armor on them. So yeah, the thing is, we can't, like, I want to just go for the Scylla, right? But we can't just go for the Scylla. We can't just do that. So, yeah, let's try to punch off some of this armor. So they have an acid torso, they have a fury head, which, the fury head is, that's how they mind control. If I remove that, you know, if I knock its armor off and take it down, then that'll remove its ability to mind control me. But outright killing it would also work to that same effect. Yeah, I know, sirens are the goddamn worst. Agreed. I mean, I hate the Scylla too, but like, the Scylla's pretty straightforward. The constant mind control from sirens, though, is, it's a nightmare. Also, see you later, Arthur. Have a good breakfast. A little late. Alright, let's see. So, okay, yeah, I got options. I could try to, like, lower the armor on the tail, because it's an easy target. And then I could pump it full of poison with my infiltrator. I could go for the head, but like Moriko, or not Moriko, but Elaine is the only one that's really accurate enough to score shots on the head, so the chance that we're gonna knock its head out, very low. And my two, okay, so like my two heavies, I want them to focus on that, right? That's what I want them to focus on. Then again, maybe maybe I should have one of the heavies, just one of them. Maybe one of them should deal with the siren, because the siren is right here, right now, and needs to be dealt with, right? So like I could blow its head off right now, or disable its head. I could disable any part of its body. I mean, honestly, I could disable any body part even without busting out the rocket launcher, right? Like, I could just use the normal gun, and that would... The problem is, there's a high chance of missing there. Very high chance miss. You don't want that. So, yeah, like at the very least, we want to disable the head. If anything, disable that goddamn head. Okay. And we can do another quick aim. And we can still shoot. We can still try to punch a few holes into the other thing.
Channel open. What's our plan?
Also, Moriko... Yeah, so because we disabled its head, Moriko is no longer going to be mind controlled, but she lost a turn. That's the thing. She lost her turn, which is not great. Alright, well, head is disabled. It's still got those slasher arms, which, that's not great. It can acid spray, too. Also not great. I think, yeah, let's go for the, we're breaking some armor off, so let's try to break off the armor that is, yeah, break the armor that you're more likely to actually be able to score hits on. Okay. And then bust the tail up. Dude,
This weapon must be inaccurate.
we actually managed to miss that. God damn. Didn't even think it was possible to miss such an easy shot. Okay. So it has 20 bleed, 80 poison. So it's gonna take a lot of damage next turn, right? It's gonna take a lot of damage, but it's not gonna die. And I'd rather try and kill it. So what we could do is put an Overwatch on it. And with Overwatch, I think we'll probably kill it. Probably. So, okay, then we can just focus then on the big-ass monster that's gonna kill us all in a minute. So, let's see, what part do I break? Break the parts you have access to. Like, I'm assuming that between my, yeah, I'm assuming that between, the Overwatch on Elaine and the poison and the bleeding, I'm assuming it's gonna drop dead. Maybe that's a, maybe I'm making a false assumption.
What's our plan?
Maybe we're in for trouble next turn. I don't know.
Comms online.
Okay, he's spent, okay, Lambda, they're 3 out of 4. I guess the question is, do we want to go for a guaranteed kill on that, or keep on plinking away on this guy? There's value to both. There's no wrong options here. Yeah, I'm feeling it too. So, let's see. That limb is already pretty damaged. Like, we want to damage as many of their limbs as possible. we want to remove, like, I really want to make sure it can't monster leap. So yeah, let's keep plinking away at that. Because the Scylla, like, yeah, the Scylla is #1 threat, I would say. Alright. Then the tank can still act. Okay, and just, this should stun it, right? Yeah, it's stunned. Let's stun it a little harder to make sure it stays down for the whole mission. Alright, so now the tank can do a few it can do a few big leaps and try to get over to everybody else pretty soon. Alright, otherwise I can't really do anything. I hope that the sniper shot and the poison, I hope that'll kill this thing, but it might not. We'll see. Huh. Whatever they did, it didn't like it. I think all the Jericho guys are dead now. Oh, here we go. Oh. 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 So everybody's just stunned now, huh? Well. Yeah, I'm already feeling that we may need to reload already. Because we're all dazed. I mean, that means we can't do anything next turn, right? Oh god, this is the first time I've encountered this particular type of Scylla. So yeah, we're dazed, which means we all only have 1 action point. So literally no one can do fucking anything. Not even the infiltrator can do anything. Like, this is horrible. Oh, the infiltrator's just gonna drop dead next turn because they're bleeding so hard. Like that. So like we're just like, I mean, we're all like, we have no action points, so like everybody's just standing here now next to the Scylla and the Siren, and like, well yeah, like we can't do anything. We're dead now. We're just dead now. Like, that was the worst.
Ready to fire.
Well, I guess I could try to acid this thing. That's the least I can do. Maybe the acid damage will kill it. That would solve one problem. But yeah, I am already thinking, yeah, we might have to redo this one. Just because it's, yeah, like it's already going so poorly, you know? So yeah, that like what is the attack even? Like what attack were they using? I would love to get like some kind of information about what they did exactly.
Receiving loud and clear.
Like maybe if I can I get an aim on anything here? No, I can't. But yeah, everybody's just sorta... I think the one thing I might be able to do is put my heavies up front, like basically put the heavies on the sacrificial altar, right?
Let's do this.
And try to use them, like hope that maybe they can survive a shot, or you know, a hit from that, and then yeah, like so that they don't get to our guys over here, right? That's about all I got. That's about the best I can hope for. And you know, hope La Expendable doesn't just drop dead. I think they just drop dead. Maybe. I don't know. The siren died. That's nice. Yeah, I should have split my squad up a little more. Definitely should have done that. I didn't realize that it had such a reach on it, you know? Oh, look at that. It's going Wait, who's it going to? Oh, it's going to the tank. Huh. Oh, it can just spam it. Cool. I didn't know it was a spam attack. I thought there'd be like some kind of, I don't know, some kind of wind up to that, right? Like, no, it's a spam attack. Cool. So it can just spam that cone, that daze cone, and you just can't do anything about it. Cool. Well, now I know, right? Now I know. So I do think a reload is in order, honestly, because I feel like we're gonna lose some guys this turn, and yeah. Like, once you get screamed on, I mean, you have one action point. You can't even really do much of anything, you know?
Ready? Ish.
I mean, look, I'm like, let's flail around a little bit more, but I mean, here's one thing I've got. I've got my Aspida, and I can shove my Infiltrator into the Aspida. I can do that.
Standing by. Be right there.
So they're at least okay for a second.
Heading out.
Alright, let's see. So who can actually do anything?
Channel open.
I mean, I guess no matter what, let's spread out, right?
Standing by.
Input here has... He's got a lot of poison damage on him.
Attempting to reposition.
Tank can still do stuff at least. Oh, right, okay, didn't even go through that, huh? Gotcha. All right.
Acquiring target.
Well, I can't leave the Mind Fragger on Moriko here, so.
Took one down.
All right. Yeah, I'll probably have to reload this turn, but you know what? Let's see where this goes, right? Also, that thing is making so many clouds, it's gonna lag my game out. So I see who it's going after. Disable the leg so you can't run away.
Seriously injured and in need of assistance.
Cool, cool. At least it doesn't one-shot you, you know? I'll say that. At least it's not a one-shot kill. And who's that gonna go for? Ah, going for my sniper. Oh no, going for him, I see. I think we need to get input into the Aspida to save him.
What's our plan?
Oh, he does have a med kit. Okay. That works. Don't have enough points to do anything. Let's see.
My turn.
I could take this character out. So exit vehicle with our Infiltrator. They need to reload still. Try to deploy a decoy. I don't know if that's gonna do anything, to be honest. So poison has to it's got to at least break the I can do that. Hey, look, you disabled one of the legs. Cool. Let's see. I got quick aim. I got some quick aim in me still. So as much as I want to take out the Scylla, this guy is just right here, and he is actually pretty rough. Pretty rough, actually. So might wanna take that out. Okay. Got another quick aim in me. Like, hey, who knows? Maybe we'll actually be able to turn this around, right? Maybe. You never know. Okay, before I shoot with that one.
What's our plan?
So, okay, Moriko's got the acid attacks, which is nice. But just going straight for, yeah, blow its arm off. So no more gun. Cool. And then how much HP does it have left? It's dead. It's dead next turn. Okay. Yeah, just aim at it and pray, I guess. Can I get Elaine out of there is the question. I don't think I can. Like, Elaine needs to not be there anymore. I don't know if we can keep her alive is the thing.
Sprinting to position.
Let's just try to get away. Try. So yeah, input can't do anything, but he's not horribly beaten up. His armor might save him. Might. So let's just get him further away.
Guess it's my turn.
So Lambda still has a shot. Okay. All right, and let's see. What do we got? What can we shoot at? So we've been disabling legs, and that works. Oh, if we disable the torso, okay. If we disable that, he'll take a ton of bleeding damage, and it'll lower his max hit points by 1,000, which is significant. The sonic head is the thing that's really messing us up right now. But we're spreading out more. Part of me wants to just keep on destroying their legs, but like I don't even know that would do too much right now. But yeah, if we go for the torso, lowers their HP by a ton. So let's try to break that. Oh hey, we got a burn. Nice. Oh, and the wife. Yep. Okay, the wife craves food. Okay, I guess I probably am gonna have to reload this one anyway. So this is a good enough stopping point for today. I think the mission is maybe I could recover it, but probably a lot more people are gonna die. So I think that even if I manage to get a recovery here, probably the losses that we would suffer might not make it worth it, you know? So yeah. Good enough stopping point. I learned my lesson. The sonic, if it has a sonic head, that has to go immediately. I learned it now. Now I know. Lessons for the future. I will play around and maybe I can win this like off stream, but probably not. We'll probably end up redoing this one to next time. So all right. Lunchtime now. Thanks one and all for showing up. Sorry that you showed up like literally right at the end, Burn. Very sorry. Timing. Always next time. So, till then, hope y'all have a good one. I'm slowly learning at this game. I'm slowly getting less shit at it. We're getting there. So, tabbing out. See y'all later. Oh, camera goes nuts. Alright, bye.